say the number is actually 1.2.
1.2 million.
Some people, that's what they're saying because. Pardon?
That's a big jump right there. 2 million.
Well, they're not good faith actors. They lie about numbers.
Okay. And
so there's speculation too, and then there's other speculation.
So where did you get your number from?
Oh my God! The raw numbers are coming from the UN.
So 2 million.
The narrative is not from the UN. The narrative, what I am telling you, is what I found out by looking at the numbers. But you don't look at raw numbers. What you do is that
How many Gazans are men?
You go to news channels where you get the food already chewed just for you to swallow.
How many Gazans are men?
You are not used to cook your own food. You're not used to actually
answer my question.
Chew your own.
How many Gazans are men?
We don't know. What's your point?
So
let's 50%. Say 50%.
So by
it doesn't matter. 50%, yeah.
Say 5 million. So you're telling me
and therefore they are committing war crimes by committing acts of war.
So about 900,000 men.
Nobody said that. Why are you making these numbers up?
Well,
that's what I'm saying. We're saying roughly.
No. Because half of them are not all adults. So you need to account also for children that are men. So yeah, but you need to also think that this is not
propaganda.
This is not a
Zionist propaganda.
Wait, what's the propaganda? What is the propaganda if it's called critical thinking? Wait, what was the thing that you thought was propaganda?
You don't even have definite numbers.
Oh my God, I'm gonna move him down.
I want to hear what you're talking about for a second.
Formal military.
I assume
this is not a hold on, Norm. This is not a formal military where you are enlisted to be part of Hamas. There are men that are fighting for a cause, quote unquote. So you don't need to be officially part of Hamas. You just need to be wanting to die for the same cause that Hamas is fighting. And they are brainwashed since they are very little children, including women.
So we can't accept the UN numbers that there are 20 to 40,000 Hamas.
The UN gets their numbers from Hamas. This is the point.
Correct.
So the UN is off about 800,000 members.
What do you mean?
Because she said most of the men.
The UN gets its numbers from Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist.
You said most of the male Gazans are militant. Right.
Yeah, and you need to account for the children, so it's not half the population. And if you had a brain, you would understand that when you are talking about demographics in any country, you cannot account. I mean, you have roughly 50-50% women and men in every place in the world, but then you need to account for children, and then you need to account for old people. You need to account for old people. We're talking here about active adults that are able to take part in society.
This is so weird. Israel knows if they're fighting 900,000 people or not. Israel knows if they're fighting 1 million people or not, okay? The UN says that there's 20 to 40,000 Hamas members.
Wait, let me talk to the president.
Israel also hasn't killed 1 million people or targeted 1 million people.
Your propaganda won't stick.
I mean, Othello, what's the propaganda? What point are you trying to make with your question?
She says that most of the men in Gaza are militants, are Hamas, right? The UN is reporting that 20 to 40,000 members of Hamas. Now she also told me that there's 2 million Gazans.
All right.
And you want to say, okay, about half of them.
Do you want to go one point at a time?
So you're telling me that the Israeli
Othello, you're going too fast.
People right now.
Hang on, Othello, you're going too fast. Go one point at a time. One point at a time. Yes. Most people in Gaza, say 70% or so, are sympathetic to Hamas or would vote for Hamas. Is that your question, Othello?
No, she said.
Okay. Don't worry about what anybody individual says. What point are you trying to make?
What I'm trying to make is she's saying most of the men in Gaza are Hamas.
Yeah, okay. And so you have a question about it or what?
No, because the UN already gave the number. There's 40,000 to 40,000 Hamas members. So
I think they're talking about active fighters. That's the distinction. And we're talking about people who are also politically sympathetic.
Supporters, they need to be enlisted.
the same way people joined the Nazi Party, even though they weren't necessarily fighting in the Nazi armies. It's sort of a
if they're
similar
not
thing.
fighting and they die,
Yeah.
you can thus use propaganda and say that they were militant.
No,
You can give
no,
them that
no,
title.
no, no, not,
They're not fighting.
you don't need to say that.
No, they're not fighting.
You don't need to say that. So people die in war, and there's collateral damage. And when the military embeds its assets in civilian areas, that maximizes the numbers of civilian deaths by design of the terrorists. Are you with me so far?
I'm here with you, but what I'm saying is her propaganda.
So which part did you understand what I just said, though?
I know what you're saying.
Okay, do
And
you
I agree.
dispute it? Okay, we agree.
The numbers, when we get to the numbers, they don't add up. They're protected at that point. Once they kick in your door, waving the 4-4,
Okay.
all bets are off.
So then they're not civilians anymore. So they're not civilians anymore.
They are civilians.
Well, not if they're holding the gun. If you're holding the gun, you're no longer a civilian. Let me give you some thought. Wait, hang on. If you're holding a gun, you're not a civilian. That's the law. But moreover, our friend on this app, you still with me?
That's right.
Listen,
I'm listening.
there's not 900,000 members of Hamas and 900,000 men in Gaza are militant. Let's just say 98% of the men in Gaza.
Let's call it 80%. Let's say it's 80%, which seems
Not
accurate.
80%.
Well, that's what the polls tell us. So I don't know how.
Tell us.
It's what the polls tell us, that about 80% is sympathetic or voted for Hamas and favor Hamas. Because remember, Hamas is also a political organization. They control every aspect of life. Every picture taken has to be approved by them. Every line of copy that comes out from any journalist has to be approved by them. Every time you pay for something, you got to pay them a tax. Every time you eat. Yeah. Did you hear what I said, though? They control every aspect of civilian life.
Hamas really had 900,000 people, militant people at their whim that they could train up.
Yeah.
Then it would be a different story.
Okay, you're getting a little stuck on the 900.
It's 20 to 40,000 members.
Well, it depends
And
on
that's
who.
not most men in
I
Gaza.
mean, that's not members. You're not making the distinction between political Hamas and army
20 to
Hamas.
40,000 members
Why is
are
that?
the ones that have gotten killed during.
Why are you
the
laughing,
war.
Othello? Why are you laughing?
Because there's only 20 to 40,000 members of
Oh my God! Yeah,
Well,
and
according to one
you think
calculation,
that the UN has access to the records of who is Hamas?
The UN gets
You
the
do,
info from Hamas.
you do, but you were just going off the UN. You were just going off the UN.
The UN gets their info
That's
from
what I'm saying.
Hamas.
One day you like the UN.
I
No,
don't think you
I
have
don't
a-
like the UN, but
One
you,
day
I
you
mean,
support your narrative, you use it.
no.
I don't
like
think
the
you
UN.
have I honestly don't think you have a point, Othello.
I do have a
Yeah,
point.
All right, let's hear your
She
point.
said she lied.
Never mind she. Never mind she. What is your point?
I was responding to her, not you.
Okay, never mind her point. What do you have anything to say otherwise? Other than you're creating a straw man from her point.
Correct.
No.
No.
And
Yes.
Norm
Yes.
even talked to you and said 70 or 80% of the men are,
According to
of
polling.
the whole population are Hamas supporters.
And men and women.
They're
Men
not
and women.
militant.
But we don't know if they're militant or not.
They're not
That's
militant.
the-
We
that
can't
remains
say
to
that
be
because
seen.
there
No,
was
that's not
an
the-
election.
We don't know.
No, it's not
Again,
propaganda.
Again,
It's all
Othello.
not propaganda. It's called
Othello.
election
If
statistics.
they had access to 900,000 men, then they would have trained them. Trust me.
No, they are not enlisted, you idiot. It's what I've been trying to tell
If
you.
they had access
It's
to
not
900,000
like a normal military.
Othello,
where you go and enlist.
it doesn't matter what Issa says or I say. Neither you nor I know exactly how many Hamas there are. And they're not letting us know. What we do know is that we're fighting them. Now, regardless,
Her
What's
point
that?
is wrong. That's the whole
okay,
thing.
fine. You disagree with her point.
And
Great.
it
You
cannot
disagree.
be proven.
Great. You disagree with her.
Numbers and how the logic works. Now, if you don't agree with that, that's another story. But I'm not
You don't
saying
even
welcome
have
to-
the numbers. You don't even know
You're
how
welcome
many
to
men in
agree or
Gaza there
disagree.
are. You
All
don't
right.
even have
Okay,
the numbers.
I'm ready to send him down. He's fixated on you. You got
Yeah,
to.
me
You're trying to
You have it.
moonlight as some
Othello.
intellectual. You don't
Othello,
even have the numbers.
I heard it from
Yeah,
excellent
that's
authority.
What
But
it
you
doesn't
can
take
become a
into
virgin again.
account
What's that?
is that Hamas has total control over all of the education of the children, and they basically are raising these children to be soldiers, and they have been since 2006 in their videos that they put out themselves, and including videos of Sinwar giving weapons to children as early as age 6.
Unfortunately, you're 100% correct.
So a couple of things here that I've witnessed. I was listening I was hoping you'd get through these. I knew there was one more point you needed to go. For the record, after you used to spend a night with me by a fire, bearskin
Oh my God, Brad.
she's never going to be a virgin again. I just promise you that.
I cannot believe he pulled the exact same move with me. I can't believe it, brother.
So,
But does that make it hermanos de leche, right?
Oh my God, that's disgusting, Norm.
Gracias.
Ugh.
But I mean,
Anyway.
so the fighting thing. First off, he was going, you don't have 70,000 fighters. We don't know who the fighters are because we don't wage war. They don't wage war that.
They are not enlisted. Like
They're not.
the
It's
US
not an
military.
army. Yeah, it's not an army we fought. That's the same way we didn't know how many Syrians, how many Iraqis, how many Iranians. We really don't know. The Iranian army we can fight. We can beat. They're easy cake. But to go in and go door to door to fight like insurgents, we have no idea. We don't know if a woman is actually pregnant or carrying C4. You can't distinguish between those. So combatants in an area have changed. The rules have changed, mostly due to some of the IRA's fault and some of the Middle East fault. Like we can call it for what it is outside. And so we label all of them potential combatants because that's what they are. And since you have their terror cells or groups hiding amongst the population, that population, unless they're waving a white flag going, hey, IDF, they're here, it's not going to matter at this point. People always pay for wars. Look at World War II, look at the civilian damages throughout Europe, and you'll actually understand a little bit more common sense about how wars are conducted throughout the world.
And the thing is that you just need to kind of like extrapolate, right, data. So what I was telling him is, okay, so roughly 50-50% of population is divided between men and women. Okay, so if there are 2 billion Gazans, whatever it is, so you have like 600,000 women and 600,000 men. Now, based on that, and in Gaza, I think that it would be less because there are a lot of combatants and people that have died in war and whatever. So I bet that there must be less men than women of an old age. Gaza has got a very, very young population, so there are many children. So when you take all of these numbers, then you remain with a percentage of men, and you need to take from there also deduct the people that are officially enlisted in Hamas. But then with whatever is left afterwards, you have a lot of supporters. As Norm said, about 70-80% of the population is supportive of Hamas, of the whole population. So that leaves you with a smaller number than 600,000, but it's still a large number. And when you take into consideration that most of the men are supporting of Hamas, they don't need to be enlisted. They just need to throw a stone or present aggressive towards the military that is securing the areas, and then they will be considered a militant. And to what Sam was saying, Hamas is the government. They're in charge of the education system. If you have seen the programs, the TV shows that they show to children when they're 2, 3, 4 years old, and how they teach them to do math.
Yeah, I'm just going to say this. The woman that is both Irish and Jewish by injection isn't wrong about her statement. So I'm just letting you guys know, like, she's actually pulling facts. And Lisa doesn't care one way or the other. She's not on one side particularly or the other. She's just more about the factual base, and she would call it for what it is.
People don't.
No, and then when what I was saying about the UN numbers is when you look at the raw data that Hamas is reporting, these are Hamas numbers, and you see the whole amount of people that have died, and then you cross-check it with what IDF is claiming. So the vast majority of men that have been killed are reported as combatants. So that means that when you focus on the civilian numbers, you will find almost no men there because they have been reported as combatants. So if there are no men or barely any men in the list of civilians, then yes, you will have percentages of 80% or 70% of women and children because it's the leftovers. people that have died, 20% 20,000, so 50% have been reported as combatants, then yeah, the other 20,000 that have been killed are women and children. And that's when they say, oh my God, look, most of the civilians, or 80% of the civilians that have been killed are women and children. How dare they? Well, because there are no men accounted in the civilians. So that's the reason why you're able to play with statistics. And when you have the raw data, you can always create a narrative that is convenient to you. But you can also be critical thinker and try to make your sense on your own of the data you're looking at. But that's too much work for Othello. Othello prefers that somebody tells him what the data means.
I invited him to the state. No, they just removed him down, so don't do that. But the other thing that I had, the other thing that I have issue with is when we have these whole debates is, why is it that you never talk about, like, no one ever brings up and he's like, oh, Israel's doing this and all this stuff. You don't talk about the Palestine that exist within Israel, the citizens there. Or you don't talk about the Christian ones that had to flee, or the 500,000 that are parked their asses in Chile and other places around the world because they were being persecuted by, guess who? Fucking Hamas itself. So, I mean, like the whole PA didn't even like that. So they all fled during that time. So I'm kind of confused by like why you're shooting out this whole narrative when you have all these other outside sources and you have this history of going through where they tried to topple Kuwait, they tried to topple Jordan, the fucking Egypt spent 50 years fucking trying to get rid of them. I mean, the whole Hamas thing, the whole fucking Muslim Brotherhood shit. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, like, at least get your facts right before you go on stage and go on like Norm or Isa and Daniel who done this shit.
But it's also the logic. These guys are just consuming and swallowing whatever the TV has chewed for them. And whatever they say, they come and repeat. Another thing is that you need to see the demographics and you need to understand the culture of these places. When you're looking at statistics where they claim that anyone from 18 years old and under is classified as a child, that is not how this society works. In this society, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, even probably younger than that, they are already being taught how to deceive the enemy and how to provoke the enemy and how it is noble to die for the cause. Just about the plain numbers. There is a logic or a reason behind reading the numbers.
These people are playing and identify small which in this case is Hamas. So the vast majority of the people, and not only are they controlling them intellectually, but emotionally through religion. So they give them their religion, they give them their identity, they give them their marching orders, and this is the reality of the culture and the nature of Hamas.
And not only that, but death, they are doing something virtuous. So when you talk about a population of civilians that, if you were talking about civilians that are trying to run for their lives, that's another thing, another completely different situation. But when you're facing civilians that are willing to sacrifice their lives and putting themselves in danger just in order to prove a point or to achieve an objective. So yeah, the IDF, it doesn't matter how much they tell them when they're going to bomb a building or when they're going into a specific area and they give them enough time in advance, a lot of them decide to risk their lives and die for the cause.
And they have a word for it. It's called the shahid.
Yeah. I don't know, like all of these facts take into consideration, and it's useful. Othello, it just needs to go back to school. It's like he didn't hear anything, or maybe he did, but his little peanut brain cannot process it. Yes, the room is over my head, and you are also over my head. The hospital bombing was pretty bad. Oh my god.
You know, you guys spend so much time talking about Israel. I'd like to read you a poem because you know you got a lot of drama and a lot of gossip. You're talking about all the time. It's a lot of anxiety to talk about all this gossip on drama and murder and terrorism. It's very stressful to listen to all of this stressful topic. I want to read the poem to the room.
No poems. Why don't you tell me about the drama you were involved in about the doxing?
The drama about the doxing, you're trying to stir a pot. That's what you're doing best. You're cooking a pot of soup, and that's called a watermelon. It's not a good soup.
I heard a little bit through your YouTube channel, like 10 minutes of it, and yeah, I'm wondering what happened.
Well, the best way to explain it is I'll put the link in the chat.
Just make sure the link has data, okay?
No problem. You know, people like to stir the pot, but so you know, if I gotta stir the pot and make the soup, nobody likes my soup.
Hey, baby.
Hello.
No, this guy sounds like Norm.
What's more?
Above your head.
Okay. Hello, normal. What's up? So, and I am interested in your feedback. Is it correct? You told them that to Israel, it's just like just a play that Israel made, indirectly, of course. That is, they are trying to getting any cause or reason for them to like kill Palestinians or remove them from the place, just like Hitler did when he was trying to have a war with a different country. He was wearing one of the Germans or one of the prisoners as a like the other country's flag or the country that he wanted to invade. And he said that they are invading us, or they are shooting us, or they are killing us. So all of what happened is just like an indirect way of Israel to have a reason for to killing Palestinians or to remove them from the land. What do you think about this?
So you want for Palestinians to stay in those conditions and live there while they reconstruct? Is that what you want?
Doesn't matter. I don't know Palestinians. I
mean, you are from Egypt, right? I mean, like, if you care so much about the Palestinians, why haven't you allowed them to flee to Egypt?
That's not my topic, Mike. I just was talking about something, and I want to know what you think about it. You know, what do you think? Is it real or is it not? I don't know if you even got it. I'm saying that all of it is just a play by Israel indirectly for getting a reason.
To get to clean. So stupid.
But meanwhile, we fight for 2 years to get our people back. Come on,
yeah, they're sacrificing their own people. Yeah, Israel is hosting their own people.
Right, and that's so we can go and get them back. And by the way, everybody knows everybody in Israel. It's a small country. So don't you think we would know who's doing what, when, where, why, and how? It's only 10 million people in the country. 20% of which don't fight in the army.
So the Arab mind is such that generally they cannot think without thinking about prophecy or biblical or some sort of spiritual text, and without taking in whatever person's actions, right? So they always think that Israel's actions are biblically motivated. This is why they have to get rid of the Palestinians so they can build a greater Israel. So it's all about the Jews taking over land, more and more land, for them to have some sort of weird biblical conspiracy.
Not at all, actually. Israel are not a religious country. It's secular.
talking about this.
So what do you think they want to get rid of? Why do you think they need to get rid of the Gazans?
Can you get close to your microphone, Kareem? Yeah, sorry, I thought my phones. I cannot hear you guys were talking at the same time with that. But what I'm saying that the government doesn't care about the civilians. And
What government doesn't care about the
Yeah,
civilians?
what government?
Israel can cover.
Doesn't care about what civilians?
Yeah, you guys, Israel.
That Israel government doesn't care about the Israelis.
If they don't care, if you don't like the job, it's a democracy. We just vote them out of office. 1, 2, 3. Vote of no confidence.
That's what you see about
That's the truth. Yeah, we have Israelis in the room. That's the way democracies work. I know you're not familiar with democracy, but that's the truth. If we don't like Bibi, we vote him out. Vote of no confidence, we put somebody else in. A lot of people want the job.
Democracy is a fraud.
No, it's not a fraud. There's nothing fraudulent about democracy. Why is democracy a fraud? Why is democracy a fraud?
It's just
Because you don't have democracy?
just small choices.
Okay, why is that a fraud? Sure.
Can you be a president?
Yes, I could be a president.
Democracy
Yes,
is
I
a
could be
philosophy, you schmuck. It's not literal, it's a concept, you idiot. You're a fraud, Kareem. You're projecting.
Kareem, why do you say democracy is a fraud? I don't get it. You know what democracy means? It means we elect people to represent our interests. If they don't represent our interests, okay, if they don't represent our interests, we vote them out. We don't vote for them again. How hard is this?
There's a trend of Muslims on Clubhouse saying that democracy is a fraud and it really doesn't exist. However, those same people also use democracy when it's convenient for them.
That's the Muslim way. That is the way of a Mohammedan, an Islamist, a terrorist.
Man, I don't even know.
Congressman, what are you trying to say about democracy again? What are you trying to say?
Well,
What system we have?
well, nationalism, democracy, revolution. Like, how do you look at the French Revolution and say that
I
that?
see what this guy is saying.
The saying for you guys is not what is really happening.
The government that could be true in Egypt. It's not as so much true in the United States, and it's even less true in Israel. Because Israel's a tiny country with a lot of different parties, and everybody has to get to know each other in order to form a coalition. So it's pretty clear who believes what in Israel. Again, everybody serves in the army. Everybody lives next to each other. It's only the size of New Jersey, and people live a long time, so that you get to know everybody. So I don't think your point really.
Kareem is criticizing.
Trust your government. That's one thing. But to the extent possible, take a look at the wealth that's been created in Israel in the past 20 years. I think its economy has quadrupled thanks to deregulation and the technology boom. So the abundance of Israel has been increasing. Have pretty good military. We don't get taken over by other people. Those are good things. Those are good successes from the government.
Also, it's not like Israelis or even Jews are like a monolith and you all guys think the same. Like, there's so many people disagree.
Yeah, there are big differences.
But Norm, the country's $37 trillion in debt. How's that successful? That's not success.
They say that if you put 10 Jews in a room, you will get out 12 different opinions.
It's true.
Well, you can't really.
Government isn't perfect, but it's the best that we can do given the.
There is no perfect government ever, nowhere.
That's correct.
Where is a perfect government, Kareem?
That's correct.
There is no such a thing as like it's not coming along like government and perfect because government is built on like people. The government doesn't care about the people; they care about the system.
Government is the people.
I see it differently.
Okay. How do you see it differently? You have people that get up, they go to school,
the system.
they run for office, they get elected to office by other people. But if they do a bad job, then we get rid of them. That's the way it works in a democracy.
Like this.
Well, that's the way it works. That's the way it works in our system. I don't know about your system. I'm not that familiar familiar with
I'm
both
not
of
talking
that.
about Egypt or.
What do you know about the other countries? What makes you think you know about?
All of what I'm trying to say, the system itself doesn't care about the civilians or the followers of it. It cares about having more followers and trying to ignite more fights within the followers or with
What's the basis of
There
that?
might be okay. Hold on. There might
What's
be
the
some
basis of
truth.
this?
Hold on. There might be some truth on that, but if you are, if even if you accept that that's the purpose of it, don't you think that then your logic on the other claim falls? I mean, like, if the government really wants to get more likes and more followers, why in the hell would they sacrifice 1,200 people of their own? How do you think that they're going to get more followers doing that? That would be stupid, don't you think?
they are getting right now.
How many people are part of your conspiracy? One person, 100 people? How many people are in on your secret that you made up out of your head?
Didn't mean anything. That's how.
Yeah, you made it up.
Well, not so fast though, Norma.
No,
Mikhail.
hold on. It's not that he made it up. He's trying to do kind of like a thought experiment, let's say, saying, oh, well, yeah, you know, Israel might be sacrificing their own people so that they have got that they have got the right justification to clean up Gaza. But now I am trying to make you think about what you're saying. Let's go with the claim. Let's say that that's true. When you start asking the other questions around that claim, it doesn't make any sense. So that means that your claim might not be logical. So if you're claiming that they're doing this in order to gain approval or gain followers or gain whatever because they don't care about the people, they just care about followers, how exactly would killing 1,200 of your people gain you more followers? That would be a very bad strategy.
I think he's speaking generally,
If
Issa.
the actual goal were to clean up Gaza, then don't you think that they could have done it some other way? I mean, like, they have got the technology, they have got the support, they have got everything. Why would they need to sacrifice 1,200 of their people?
We could just drop a bomb on Gaza.
Exactly. Like, if what you're saying is true, they wouldn't have to go through this. They could do it without killing their own people.
What is the
And that's what
what is the point?
You just think about your own claim.
I didn't think about what I'm saying. More followers they are trying to reach and more fights.
And do you
Whether
see
it
what's
is
happening
fights-
to Israel right now? Do you think that they're winning the public opinion war? Because I think that they're losing it. I mean, a lot of people are against Israel, so how exactly? They're very bad strategists. You know, according to you, this is gonna make them stronger. And it's bullshit. It's not making them
The
stronger.
war make the system stronger. Whether it's revolution or whether
No,
it's war with
you're
other.
seeing a lot of people hating on Israel. A lot of the younger generations that are going to be leaders of tomorrow, they're hating on Israel right now. They will be against Israel in a couple of decades. So
That's what
why do you think that Israel will want that? Is stupid.
Lives on it. Like psychologically and energetically, because I believe in the both the material and the non-material way. So
You're not saying anything. But Karim, there are two options. Either Israel is the biggest
You're not
evil,
saying
or
anything.
they are the dumbest.
Israel is.
Hold on, they are the dumbest, but they cannot be the two at the same time. You gotta pick one.
Israel
If they're the biggest evil, it would be like ridiculous that they went this way. They could have just done it and get over it, you know? Now, if they're stupid, then it doesn't make sense, Karim.
Israel is just one government and thousands of governments or systems that have been on this earth, and just the same stories happen again and again. I don't have anything other to say. I just want to go on this. And as the Sifr says, ما شاء الله وشيء ما شاء الله صار وشيء ما سي. ونقول هذا شيء. Bye guys.
That Japanese?
What?
Was that Japanese?
No, he was a Jew.
Wow, look what somebody wrote in the chat. Isa's not looking for a counterpoint. She's looking for confirmation of her bias.
Johnny, apple seed. That's okay. I mean, none of you are actually addressing the points that I'm trying to make with my logic. It might be faulty. I don't care. But you're.
I always miss you.
Aw.
Like the clouds of probability that make up our universe, Isa. It's never a certainty.
Anyway.
Never have so many meaningless words be strung together in a simulation of a sentence.
That's true. But yeah, listen, like the conversation with Othello, right? Like I was just explaining how I came up with the logic I was presenting. I might be wrong, but he was not addressing the things that he thought I was wrong. He was just spewing more narratives that he already heard. He was not thinking with me. He just wanted to like say, oh, is this wrong? Is this wrong? Is this wrong? But he didn't want to explain how I was wrong or where my logic was faulty. Like, I don't mind if I am wrong. If you can show me that I am doing a bad reasoning, that
Everything's a conspiracy. You're right.
It's always,
what you,
it always comes down to, are people stupid or are they bad? Usually they're just stupid. I think in the case of the Palestinians, unfortunately, they're stupid. They make terrible decisions that have led to their own destruction. And sure, the whole world loves a loser and feels sorry for somebody who claims to be oppressed. But how long is that going to last? Well, once God is God, it's God. You think it's just going to come back? It's not going to come back. They tried to wipe out the Jewish state, and they ended up wiping out themselves. It's a classic story.
yeah. I don't know, like people here in Clubhouse, they don't come to actually have a conversation. It's just a matter of like, okay, let me see if I am able to sound smarter than you and if I can ask questions that you cannot answer. It's not about like, okay, let's reason together and let's see where we get, you know? Like,
I mean, if you feel like you're the odd one out in this kind of mentality, then maybe it's your surrounding, don't you think?
no, well, yeah, of course. I mean, like my surrounding in Clubhouse is a lot of retarded people. I mean, I'm aware of that. And because I hang out with Jewish friends, they're always followed by Jewish hating people that are coming here just to spew a lot of like, I don't know, annoying claims just to trigger them, because that's the purpose. The purpose is not to talk. It's just to like throw jabs to see if they can get them triggered. And a lot of them fall for it.
Well, yeah, you gotta definitely pick who you talk to, for sure.
Yeah, that's the reason why I am not being patient anymore with the retards that come in the room just to yell. It's annoying.
Yeah, a delicate being like yourself should not subjugate herself to that.
That's right.
That's
And
right.
you're being very decent today. Why are you not yelling?
You meant to say subject, not subjugate, by the way.
Not subjugated.
No, he didn't mean subjugate, he meant subject.
Subjected. What have you been up to, Mikkel? Have you been hanging out with Amir?
Amir, they don't like
No, I mean,
Oh, you guys don't like
that's
it?
been
You have
a
all
for a very long time now.
He got thrown out for
Just kind of
screaming.
petty. I don't know why.
No, it's because you were screaming the N-word for hours at a time. He got sick of it.
I mean, when you
Like
see
3 days.
black easy, like
Are you
dark
saying
to
you are not in
throw,
control of your nervous system, Mikkel?
sometimes you gotta indulge, Isa.
You know that not be. I mean, like women are the ones supposed to be very emotional.
Indulgence doesn't. I mean, you could say indulgence is emotional, sure. I mean, men like to indulge too.
there's a moment where you're having a serious conversation, Esau, and then there's a moment where, you know, it's a food fight. And when you're in a food fight, there's no point of, I don't know if you've been in an American, like, school food fight. I've been in a food fight, and that's it. Like, all reason flies out the window. It's just, you know, it's a food fight. So indulge,
Yeah, well, that's
just
the
enjoy
thing.
the
I have
moment.
never
You know
even
everybody's screwed after. You know the principal's gonna come in, and you know everything's gonna go to shit anyway. So.
No, that's the thing. I have not even put myself in a position of being in the middle of a food fight. If you put yourself in a situation where you're in the middle of a food fight, you're an idiot.
I mean, that's the American experience. I don't know. It's just like chaos is, you can't expect everybody to be on the same page. Like, it's just, sometimes it's just a shit show, and you're in the middle of a shit show, and enjoy it. It's part of the human experience.
They're having a food fight in Gaza.
It's kind of interesting. I think he's projecting a little bit. It takes a piece of shit to know a piece of shit is what this piece of shit's saying.
Seems a little judgmental.
I'm just saying, if you smell a turd or a fart, you might smell Mikhail.
I'll agree on that one. We all got a piece of shit in us. But we didn't say let the piece of shit come out every now and then. Just don't let the piece of shit take over yourself, right, John? Like, just don't become the piece of shit.
Yeah, don't be a terrorist. Treat your neighbor the way you want to be treated. Don't go to the Supernova Fest or any kind of concert and hurt anybody and be a piece of shit. Because that's what piece of shit murderer losers who face justice and ultimately get destroyed. You killed by the sword, you'll die by the sword. If you're a piece of shit, you're going to get flushed.
I absolutely agree with that logic. If you are a piece of shit, you're gonna get flushed. And coming in and being the first terrorist in the Middle East and killing people for the sake of cleansing them to establish some sort of Nazi ethno-state in a territory that has 400 million Arabs isn't really the smartest idea. Piece of shit ideas get flushed down the toilet eventually.
You ever notice nobody buys your nonsense story, that it's at odds with reality? Reality does exist, Mikhail. And people can open their eyes and see it. Not everybody is so married to this delusional bullshit that you're spouting. Some people just have to open their eyes. Who puts on suicide vests and blow themselves up? Who puts suicide vests on children? Who brings the kind of death and destruction that you see in Gaza upon their own people? Who builds 500 kilometers of tunnels and then doesn't let one single child come down into the tunnel? Why is that? They say they care about their children. How about letting them down into the 500 kilometers of tunnel? I mean, make it make sense, man. Don't you think at some point there's somebody who's able to think their way through this? No? You think everybody's just going to buy a bunch of bullshit? The children! You think that's enough of an argument? The first terrorists! They took our land! Really?
Well, he's doing history revision. He's a history hypnotist, El Normo.
How much reparations do you want in your California home? If you're a citizen of California, how the hell are you a refugee? Make it make sense, man.
He lived through the Nakba, El Normo. He's a victim himself.
Stop talking. Maybe take a breather there, Norm. Maybe we can.
Nobody was talking to that.
We've tried several times.
I know the meta. I know.
But see, there
Mikhail is a history hypnotist.
Just breathe, bro. Breathe.
Play victim, be butthurt.
And then he starts singing. Like, look at this guy.
Talk about
Like, what is this emotional train wreck that these people become? Like, logic and reason. No wonder she has to leave. Because you guys aren't logical and reasonable.
I made a bunch of easy, Mikhail. Don't get flipped out.
Look at this lunatic.
Easy, Mikhail.
Can't stop talking.
Don't flip out, Mikhail. You're going to be okay.
No, you're just
It's
fine.
all going to be fine. You're about to lose Gaza City. You're going to have one or two choices. Right?
Okay,
we'll
we'll
get
see.
back all the terrorists in Gaza. What do you think?
September 22nd.
What do you think is going to happen?
September
What do you think is going to happen? Yeah. What about September 22nd? What about September 22nd?
I gotta thank Netanyahu.
What about
If I knew a war was gonna get us global recognition like this fast, I would have done a war a long time ago.
You have nothing. Okay. All right.
El Normo, he's a history revisionist.
Nothing new will happen. You're going to be safe in California. and we're gonna get our hostages back dead or alive. And Gaza City is gonna fall because your people let you right off a cliff. The same way you run off a cliff every time you talk to me. Same exact thing. Right off the cliff.
You know, some of
Nothing to say.
El
Nothing to say
Normo.
that, Norm, you're an emotional guy.
El Normo, some of my funniest clips I had, you know, you hear the things he says. I think people should pay attention and listen to what people are saying. He just said we should have started the war sooner. What kind of a mentality is that for a young man on a Thursday evening or a Wednesday evening, you know, while you're supposed to be doing something with your life? Instead, people are sitting here thinking about, you know, war and homicide. It's sickening.
What did I say to Mikhail? It's funny. But you're
I could play you some clips if you want to hear yourself.
Do you remember anything?
Yeah, you're like baby talking.
I guess you could play it.
There's a lot of El Normo clips on YouTube. Just type in El Normo Clubhouse, and there you go. The best of El Normo.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. I've sent you many.
I'm not very vain because I don't even go.
I know, it's because you're too busy having fun. Nobody cares about this stuff.
Too busy having fun. I don't know why Aoife left.
She got her dopamine fill. Okay, this is Soren versus El Normo.
Okay, you don't mean Mikhail.
Puria is English. Do you know English, Puria? Have you forgotten it? What does it say about you? I say, hey, Puria, who are you? And you go, come on, Puria. When did that ever work? I go, Puria, what kind of work do you do? There's Israel in it. We see it, CBS and all of that. But who's Puria? Who's Puria? Don't hold back.
Wait, let me find the Mikhail one.
No, that doesn't sound that great to me.
The thing is, I think you have to eventually come to the conclusion, El Normo, that it's a comedy and a tragedy. But, you know, Clubhouse is actually more comedy than it is tragedy. And, you know, as long as nobody personally gets hurt here, you know, or people don't make threats of violence, like pretty much everything is open except for other illegal topics of discussion. But I don't know, to me, it's just funny hearing all these conversations and, you know, in hindsight or listening to a clip of you, you know, have a debate with somebody because you spend a lot of time and they spend a lot of time and they enjoy it when you give them the El Normo effect.
Well, how would you describe the El Normo effect?
I mean, you could just like,
humiliating them?
well, you have a better and more accurate history as opposed to what they're saying. Plus, you don't make homicidal ideation, terrorist death threats. So there's a big difference in what you're doing versus what they're doing. I mean, you're playing the role of the defender of Israel and its legitimacy and in the pursuit of justice. So they don't have anything to really stand on. So thus it becomes more of a comedy show or a roast show.
They want to kill Jews and pretend that they're not, but it's kind of obvious that they are.
It's insane comedy, you know, because you could be more legalistic, but you know that's not your personality. You're a funny, friendly, social person, and these are people making death threats against you and you know your brothers and sisters and your cousins and your aunts and uncles. So these are sick people, and they've been doing it for years on this app. And you know, I report them to the FBI now. I want people to know that there are these little hate spaces on this app of terrorist promoters and terrorist supporters.
Well, it's easy enough to report them to the FBI if that's what you want to do.
Well, nobody's taking any action. Clubhouse doesn't shut their accounts off, doesn't close the rooms and houses. So, I don't have much hope for the correct censorship that should be in place.
You should send me a link to Amir's room because I don't see it. I have to assume that he's blocking me. It's the only explanation.
Yeah.
Unless you know of another one.
No, I mean, all you have to do is get anonymous on a separate account, and you can find the room again. I don't know what to tell you. I can send you a link.
You want me to buy a phone?
No, you can. Well, yeah, you're going to need a second phone, and then you just, get a 30-day plan, or you can use Text Now, and just get a burner account, telephone number for $1.99 and set up a new Clubhouse account.
Yeah, you can use Google phone, I think, or whatever.
Yeah, you can use Google phone too.
Yeah, Google Talk. We don't have it in Israel, but you have it in America, and he probably is blocking you. What you can do, the way to check it is to go to his house, like search for his house, and you can see the room in there. Click it. If you click it and it doesn't let you go in, then you're blocked.
I think I'm thrown out of the house. I don't even think I can see the house.
I mean,
Yeah, you're blocked. He says you're blocked.
I mean, the only Amir's house that I see is Shookie's.
Well, the point is, having these conversations at this point, after many, many years, is rather redundant, duplicative, and a waste of time. But recording them actually saying horrifically vulgar, disgusting, despicable things is the ultimate delight, because that's the raw, unfettered, not redacted.
1 second. I want to get a logistical. Okay, I see the house.
So this is Barely Friends.
Okay, I went into the room, so I'm not blocked.
Oh, wow.
I think it's shadow banned. I think that's the answer.
Oh. Yeah, that could be it. That's how I...
Thank you, Sam.
That's how I found this room, is I had to type in itty bitty just to find it.
Because it's shadow banned?
It might just be independent.
Shadow banned being that it appears further down you have to scroll.
Or invisible. Huh? Or it's invisible.
The losers in Amir's room yesterday were laughing about a 3-year-old Jewish child who nearly died, I suppose when a piano fell on him or something. And they said, is the piano okay? And they're all sitting there giggling and laughing. Like, what kind of grown men? That also makes me angry, is that there are humans this pathetic in reality.
It's protection. They don't really actually care about what's going on. They just think that that's what the quote-unquote Zionists are doing when it comes to Palestinian or Muslim kids. They actually honestly don't care about those children. It's sort of like it's their type of, how do you call this, jihad. This is their jihad.
It is definitely their jihad. I said that exact thing to Amir. He was very quiet when I said it, because I think this continues Israel's string of victories over the decades. Then it can only mean one thing, and that is that God does not favor them. Or at least God does not favor them in this matter. That is there for all of you, for everyone to see.
See, I think you might actually be projecting a little bit when you say that, because...
Which part?
About undermining the legitimacy of your nation, or undermining the credibility of your God. I mean, because the army that wins the battle and wins the war is the army or the general that used super intelligence to win the war. It's basically undermining their intelligence.
If you believe, we're in the West, and we believe that battles are really, and wars are won by brains and firepower. But I believe, remember, these guys have no firepower, and they're not exactly known for their brains. Not to be cruel or insensitive or even racist, but they have not shown themselves to be the brightest bulb in the marquee. So, I mean, they could have had a state if they wanted to state this one small example over and over again, and they wouldn't be in this position. I mean, they could have had airports and seaports and schools, and like all the things that you know. You know, they took all this money that we sunk into them, we meaning the West, and they put it all into building those tunnels. The tunnels are one of the great they're like one of the great wonders of the modern world, the terror tunnels, 500 kilometers of terror tunnels. Nobody's ever done it. Not Vietnam, which was much bigger. Not, I don't know, pick another group that builds tunnels. Nobody else has built 500 kilometers of tunnels. They did the whole thing for one purpose only, to attack the Jewish state. They didn't even let their own people in the tunnels. Think about that.
They blasted their own people to die.
But just even saying that is mind-boggling, isn't it? When was there? I mean, okay, you had what do they call them again?
It's a war strategy.
You had kamikazes in World War II,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the point of the entire Japanese population. It wasn't like they sent their kids into those wooden. Remember, they were also with airplanes, very light.
This is very common in war. You know, this is very common. You can look at what the Soviets had to do with their machine gunning, their soldiers, if they turned back. I mean, fratricide is a real part of the insanity of war. It's very common in war. It's part of the definition.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I guarantee if you look at, the top 100 battles in human history, you would see a lot of fratricide.
You mean friendly fire, or you mean deliberate killing, fragging, as we used to say in Vietnam?
I mean that, like, in the World War I trenches, when a French general, ordered 60,000 men to go charge a German position and 30,000 of them got wiped out. Like, that is incompetence to such a degree that, in a way, you could say that's fratricide as well.
Well, maybe this is not really adequate, but that is the way wars were fought then. You went up the hill and some of you get through.
Well, they say psychological. Well, look at Gettysburg. They went up a fucking hill into reinforced, weapons. So, like, I'm saying that people will literally march to their death and force other people to do it on their behalf as well.
So I'm reading a book about the Battle of Gettysburg, and when I said people run up a hill, I was talking about that battle in that hill. And the novel is called Killer Angels, considered the best novel about about the Civil War, and maybe one of the best novels about war, period. So I was talking exactly about what you just said. It's a little scary for both of us, but we're on the same frequency here. And so then I have to repeat. They thought that some of them would get through. Then the general's responsibility was to calculate if enough would get through to win the battle, knowing that many would die. And if you look at the way wars were fought, you know more about this than me, because I think you're trained in war to some extent. Wars were fought, and this is what Russians do as well, by throwing a lot of people at the enemy and hoping that more get through than not, that enough get through to defeat the enemy, knowing that many will die. I don't know what percentage died in that. I forget the name, but do you remember the name of that hill? I can look it up.
Well, going back to October 7th, that was an apocalyptic raid. That was an all or nothing suicidal dash of epic proportions. And it caused a great wound. But the blowback, this is what Ron Paul talks about, is the blowback from international intervention. And, so when you attack your neighbor, the thing is they weren't able to destroy their neighbor. And in the process, they got destroyed. So, this is what they're living with. And I hope to God, they surrender and release the hostages, but chances are they are so, fixated and in a trance, they will not be able to break these people's suicidal intentions, which is just like the Japanese, like you said earlier, the kamikazes. They have the conditioning in them to go all the way to the end, and that's unfortunate.
I don't remember the name of the hill, but it's a famous hill.
Okay, there's the Battle of Vietnam.
the Battle of Cemetery Hill, the Battle of Champion Hill, the Battle of Malvern Hill.
I was talking about the Civil War in this case.
Oh, Civil War. Okay, let me do it again.
Well, it's the famous hill that John was talking about. They sent the rebels up. They've been winning pretty consistently up until that point. They were better fighters, more motivated.
Well, did you? I know you're a filmmaker. Who's the guy who did Full Metal Jacket? Stanley Kubrick. Did you ever see his first film with Kirk Douglas?
Paths of Glory.
Paths of Glory. Like, that's the type of real assholery insanity that a lot of stupid people will do to other people. They victimize their coworkers. They victimize their fellow soldiers into doing dastardly crimes and in the process wiping themselves out. That's stupidity. So what I'm saying, if you know what the word was, actions, it was not a victory. I think the thing that Israel should always be concerned about is Pyrrhic victories. Historically speaking, a Pyrrhic victory is what comes about unexpectedly, where you realize, oh shit, was it worth it?
Battle of Champion Hill, Battle of Malvern Hill, Battle of Cemetery Hill, which is the Battle of Gettysburg.
Might be Cemetery Hill because we're talking Gettysburg.
There's Oak Hill, and there's Fisher's Hill, Honey Hill, Spring Hill, and there's more. But I have to do something, I don't know, dive deeper in AI mode.
Yeah, downtown Chicago is a gravesite for these soldiers. It's in Lincoln Park. All these Civil War soldiers, who died in these battles. I went to this building downtown once, and I saw all these young people that died in Afghanistan and Iraq, and I was like, my God, was it worth it? These are 18-year-old, 21, 26, 24, 23. Same thing at Yad Vashem in Israel. I think this is what might make Americans angry. And Israel, a lot of people are very envious of Israel, I think is really what the problem is. Because if you go to Yad Vashem, you see the sacrifice and you see what was created with that sacrifice. You go to Afghanistan or Iraq, you don't see some kind of creation with those sacrifices.
Right. Well,
what are we talking about? About the deaths or
well, we're talking
aggressive
about
and
people,
bloody attacks or what?
the people who engage in suicidal
Missions.
suicide missions, yeah. I was going to say suicidal military missions, yeah. Like the kamikazes. And I just want to point out, though, that John and everybody, the point of October 7th was to ignite the ring of fire. Hezbollah was supposed to do the same thing from the north. Hezbollah had a lot of ballistic missiles and other kinds of ordnance that could actually threaten Tel Aviv. They didn't have the chance to deploy them. It was supposed to be the end of Israel. This plan was 10 years in the making and had been published in 2015.
Or more.
Yeah.
I mean, taking into consideration, Iran has been orchestrating all of these.
Some kind of national military medal honor because they were either they received it on behalf of the group. I assume they weren't the master planners as a large group, but they received the reward, I assume, on behalf of multiple people.
That's really cool. The arguments of the people against Israel are becoming more and more retarded every time. I don't even remember who was saying what, but I was looking at, watching an interview, and this guy was anti-Israel or pro-Palestine or whatever it is. And they're like, yeah, but how do you justify that Israel and Mossad are so intelligent that they can make almost an almost perfect operation with Hezbollah, but cannot actually tackle only the terrorists in Gaza, in Hamas? Like, they should be capable of killing only the Hamas people and not civilians. And why do people have so high expectations from Israel? Like they
No,
hold
actually-
Israel to different standards than any.
But actually, the answer is very much there. It's the same IDF that can target like Iranians in their sleep. It's the same IDF that can target Hezbollah in the north. What's different? It's not that the IDF is now like demons and stupid and clumsy. No, it's Hamas that is the difference. The way that Hamas is using their own population. That is the factor that it's different, not the IDF.
Yeah, so they want modern standards for a bunch of butchers from the medieval ages who are doing that type of warfare. So they're hypocrites and they're criticizing hypocrites.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, Israel has the responsibility to be extremely surgical and kill only those that are proved to be terrorists belonging to Hamas. And it's like, dude, since when in the middle of war you expect those standards from whoever is attacking? If anything, if you see a ratio, of like civilians against militants, it's like one of the lowest in war.
Well,
it's like
you would hope that there's a time in human history where we may have weapons, but we are smart enough to know never to use them. But we still may prepare with them. But you know how many people die just preparing for battle? How many people in helicopters and planes tragically die in accidents from, a lot of this equipment doesn't work. And when you go and you really use it, it's a miracle that it even works. The Iran attack, if it was supposedly successful, was a miracle that everything even worked.
You mean like the missiles that Hamas was throwing that would explode in their faces?
Well, you see a lot of missiles that don't actually detonate on impact. So that's the type of example I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
And some of Hamas's missiles landed in Gaza.
Yeah, I know. They killed, I don't know how many, Daniel, because there were a lot of people injured, but not really a lot of dead people, right? Daniel?
Well, in the hospital now?
No. When the Iranian attacked Israel not long ago, how many people died?
Like 30, I think. No, maybe like 10. Wow, I don't remember anymore. So many numbers. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
You're like a woman.
I don't remember. Well,
But I don't think it was like not even over. I mean, definitely not over 100. So it was more in the 10.
No, not over 100. Definitely. It's definitely. I'm trying to remember. It's like 10 or like around like 28. For some reason, I have like both numbers in my head.
I thought it was like 76 or something, but I know a major apartment block and a hospital got hit, I believe. But anyways, I'm just saying that's the only time that I've ever seen Israel take a major, smash, and those were really powerful impacts. Like those videos were shocking when I saw them. And that's the only time I've ever seen Israel come under heavy fire like that. And if Iran, they're saying that another war with Iran is going to break out by the end of the month, but I get the feeling that there's going to be stability.
Israel have shelters, John. They're prepared.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that those are still major strikes, But the thing is, if they took out Hezbollah, with that pager attack, and they had all those rockets, like Israel never had to suffer the theoretical Hezbollah rocket strikes. That never happened. Like, that's a huge miracle.
My God.
I think Israel is honestly a military and the intelligence is like it has no rival. Like it.
Because we don't have any other choice.
Unparalleled. Yeah, whatever the reason, but you guys are so good at it. Like, you single-handedly took down all the terrorist groups, like Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis. Like, it was amazing. And then,
while also fighting against the UN and Amnesty and basically the entire world.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that was impressive, And then people are like, oh, but they need help from the US to drop that bomb. It's like, dude, it's one fucking bomb. Like, what are you complaining about? And actually, like, Israel is also doing the dirty work for the U.S. I mean, like, the U.S. has suffered from these terrorist groups. The whole West is suffering from these terrorist groups.
The whole world, I mean, even like people in Gaza are suffering from the terrorist group. It's not just like
just leave the region. No, dude, it's not just the region. I mean, like, look when Hezbollah went to attack in Argentina, fucking Argentina, on the other side of the world. What is Hezbollah doing in Argentina?
So if you think Netanyahu is going to do, a surgical incursion, kill as many hostages as possible, and liberate as many, or save as many hostages as possible, and kill as many terrorists as possible, like after that, then what happens to the remaining civilian population? Like, what are the actual national, international, and logistic plans?
They'll be put in temporary housing before Gaza is rebuilt, and then they'll be moved back in.
Yeah, but who is going to control that area?
The Israelis are going to control it to prevent another October 7th.
I think that would be the best approach. I mean, at this point, talking about two-state solution, as some people keep talking about, is just retarded.
But what is temporary housing? Like, do you even know what that term means?
Yeah.
There will be nonstop complaints about that. The housing is not good enough. Electricity is not on all the time.
Yeah, and as soon as we build a brand new Gaza and move them all in, they'll say that it's broken, or they'll burn it down, or both. What difference does it make? I'm just saying what's going to happen.
No, that's not true.
And aluminium and everything.
It's a trick question.
Create infrastructure to create bombs.
If you can say it, it is not true. So what Zed just said is not true, and Devin and what he said is more likely true. Because there is no such thing as temporary housing. Either you got four walls and a roof with plumbing and a boiler, or you don't. It's called a tent. That's not temporary housing. While Jews rebuild Gaza, I mean, what kind of fucking logic is that? What kind of logic is that?
Jews did it for 40 years.
I think that Palestine should be recognized and give 100% of their responsibility to the Gazans and treat them to the same standards of every other country. And then all of the countries that are supporting the state of Palestine should put their but in Gaza.
Yeah, well, you have to wait for it to get deterrorized first. I think that's what you're missing at this point, because they've had that for the past 40, 50, 60 years. They had that. They had their own currency. They had their own recognition. And so all this stupid bullshit about them not being a state or having official recognition, it's so fucking stupid. They've already had what they wanted. They're full of shit. They're a bunch of fucking propagandists.
If they're recognized as a state, the special status of refugees by the UN that they have should also be stripped away from them. Like, they will not be refugees anymore. They are in their land. It's the only status, the refugee status, that is passed on from generation to generation, that can be inherited. When have you seen that anywhere?
In Israel?
They have a special status. What?
I said in Israel. Oh.
Yeah, but that's more like a tagline, But I'm talking about UNRWA. Like, UNRWA has got a special refugee status for all Palestinians, and they're being treated as refugees according to other countries. They have refugee status that they can pass generation from generation.
It's not Section 8 housing, Issa. It's a parking lot.
Anyway. Give them what they want. Give them their land. Make them a country. Let them have their currency.
This is one thing I don't think people realize, that, like asbestos, when you do a building knockdown, when you knock down a building with a uranium-tipped munition, that whole area is fucking toxic now. So you got to bring in hazmat crews to clean up an incredible amount of rubble now in the Gaza, which is no easy task. Let me tell you, it's going to kill a lot of people just getting that rubble out of there.
I agree. What are they going to do with all the rubble?
It will take a long time. For ground zero, I think it took like 8 months to clear the rubble.
Wow. Well, I vote for sending the Amish there. If you put a few Amish there, they're going to do that in 2 weeks.
No. The problem is not only that it's massive amount, it's also a lot of it you need to first remove all the darts and all the explosives and all the whatever that.
Yeah. It has to be completely cleaned. You cannot have people living there. All the toxic materials, the still explosives, as you say, the mines. It's a minefield.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
The thing about give them a state and refugees. Francesca Albanese said last week that Hamas is a state. She basically said that we should treat them like a state. She's the worst, but I agree with her.
Who is she?
She's the UN special raconteur for something.
Raconteur?
Whatever she is.
Where is
She's
she
the
from?
worst.
She sounds Latino.
She's Italian.
Oh.
And her husband is also a character. I don't remember exactly what I read about him. He's also a very anti-us.
So when you say that,
Everybody's anti-you. Anti-you.
well, you said that Hamas was an ideology, but the thing is, it has actual identifiable leadership. So, and you have.
No, but why would you negotiate with Hamas? You don't have to negotiate with Hamas. You have to negotiate with an alternative power. Hamas is supposed to be gone. I mean, I have been opposed to the negotiation from the very beginning. You don't negotiate with terrorists. If you do, and I get it, Israel puts the lives of the Israeli first, and blah 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 blah. But if you negotiate from you.
No, I'm talking about at the UN in New York City. I mean, the United States of America spends $10 billion a year funding the United Nations. So it's
Isn't Trump leaving the UN?
There's no way they
Never
can
gonna
leave
happen.
it. Never going to happen.
It's never going to happen, and we don't want America to leave the UN. We need America at the Security Council table.
Yeah, that whole thing is never going out of business. It's a big thing in New York City, but.
Well, they should send the Gazans momentarily to South Sudan, keep them there for a little bit, or Yemen, and then bring them back.
Why are you so cold-blooded?
Why? Where do you want to put them? In the U.S.? You want to bring them to Europe?
People coming here, but
South Sudan's a fucking hellhole.
Well, then maybe that way there will be some attention brought to South Sudan, because their war has been longer than the Gaza, and nobody cares about South Sudan.
Muslims to come in and maybe speed up the
then
process.
North Sudan.
Christians get killed.
North Sudan. Are you okay, honey?
No.
Hey, Daniel, you got to stop sucking on that vape pen every day.
Where did he go?
He had to go hydrate his throat so he doesn't cough something out.
He got offended.
So I don't want to stir the pot, but Pepe,
Oh, there he is.
I got a text from Jason Breska, and he said he's going to stay off the app because he doesn't want to talk to parasites like you. One campaign contributor. He gave more money than anybody.
Really? You just take money from anyone.
Well, I hope he read the rules, because I don't think, I'm pretty sure he didn't break any rules by donating.
Can I donate if I am living outside of the U.S.?
No, that's actually a violation of the rule. But Caleb and Pepe and Devin can contribute to the campaign to elect candidate Kitover. We are going to Normal, Illinois to get featured at the Illinois State University on their local television network. We're going there September 5th for our second.
It took me out of my clubhouse fasting, and now I am being sleep deprived.
You do this to yourself, Issa. You're your own worst enemy. But
I know, but I miss Daniel so much.
Well, I want to.
He got banned from Telegram, and I couldn't communicate with him.
Let me ask Pepe something. So Pepe.
So it was the only way.
How did you get banned from Telegram? I didn't think that was possible.
That's why
I don't know. I wasn't even on Telegram.
You just get reported. It's the same as this one. But Pepe claims that love bombing is like sociopathic. Pepe was claiming that love bombing is sociopathic or psychotic. Bomb Issa, I hear the same thing coming out of Mikhail, that is his sociopathic.
When does Mikhail love bomb Issa?
Go ahead, Issa. Tell him. He loves bomb you. Brad loves bomb you. Mikhail loves bombs you.
If anything, I mean, I think you out.
I think you got the bomb part right.
No, he doesn't love me.
He's definitely terrorist who loves
fight
bomb.
all the time. He just like.
Well, you'll have to listen to the YouTube playback. I mean, you're gonna.
And he knows that I don't like Muslims, so that's the reason why he doesn't. But he's the hottest Palestinian in the app.
So I guess the affection is mutual, but nonetheless, I'm just saying that. Well, I mean, so what do you think, Pepe? If a female returns the love bomb to a sociopath, what does that make the female, Pepe?
That makes her victim.
Depends. Women can. There's women that are sociopaths. They're diagnosed at a lower rate, but like even like borderline personality disorder, for example, they often tend to get with guys that are narcissistic or have antisocial personality disorder. So they usually both are kind of have their flaws.
Exactly. That happened one time to me, and you trauma bond with them. So basically, your head is fucked up, and that's the reason why the love bomber is able to get through to your brain, because there is something wrong with you. And then you trauma bond with them. But it's not love, it's just, I don't know, some sort of pain addiction or...
They have a very unhealthy, attachment style.
Yeah. And I thought that would never happen to me, because I've always thought, I control things, I'm an intelligent person, I don't get manipulated. But it does happen.
So
if you meet somebody who's like really sweet and seems super into you, and they...
I think you're muted, Pepe.
I said if you meet a like kind of like the things that you like, and then it's just like you're like, oh my god, this person's amazing. But then things start children, their brains work.
But that's the reason why I'm saying you are trauma bonded, because in the end, it's your brain sticking to a pattern of something that happened to you at some point in your development, and then you don't know why, you cannot really explain it, but it's just like your brain works like a magnet or a radar, that gets attracted to that kind of I don't know, trigger. And yeah,
well,
you get
hooked. The biggest manipulator is like yourself, like that's you manipulate yourself into believing whatever sort of reality tunnel you want to like live in.
Who is this fan? Oh, Sunny me. Yes, how are you, Chris? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, it's 100% like
that's true. We are our own, as Edmund said, you're your worst enemy.
Edmund is one of the smartest people on this app. 100%. Like, love this guy. He's great.
I know, and you're one of that too. Like you're very similar.
So I asked the. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, like, I work a 9 to 5 job, so I can't be on stages that often. So I'm getting blue balled in the gulag all the time. So it sucks.
I remember from when you, I mean, like ages ago, when you had your actual profile, and then you became anonymous and started shadowing Edmund's rooms.
Yeah, no, because like he's sort of like this intergalactic radio station. So like I just tune in and he goes to like different rooms, so I could get like a broad, wide information sort of gathering, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I agree with the thing that you're your own worst enemy.
So I asked Grok, what are the 10 most profound discoveries of C.G. Jung and his contributions to psychology? This is what it says. Collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experiences and archetypes inherited across generations. Archetypes, universal symbolic patterns like the hero or mother that shape human behavior and myths. Individuation, the lifelong process of integrating conscious and unconscious elements to achieve self-realization. Psychological types, classification, personalities, including introversion, extroversion, and thinking, feeling functions. Synchronicity, meaningful coincidences without causal links, connecting psyche and external events. Shadow, the repressed, darker aspects of the personality that must be confronted for growth. Anima, animus, inner feminine, anima, in men, and masculine, animus, in women, influencing relationships. Persona, the social mask or role one presents to the world, distinct from the true self. Complexes, emotionally charged clusters of ideas that influence thoughts and behaviors unconsciously. The last one is active imagination, a technique for dialoguing with unconscious elements through visualization and creativity.
What do you think his IQ was?
I'd say he's fucking a genius, you know. I mean, he wrote a lot of books. So did Freud.
60?
Who is this? I didn't pay attention who it was.
Carl Gustav Jung.
Jung. Yeah, I love that guy. He's amazing.
Yeah.
It does feel though like our society, like I don't know, like it's sort of like it's become sort of like the devouring mother in a sense.
That's because of all the liberal, crazy women. And when you see that archetype, the mother archetype, it's very protective and very authoritarian, and it's like my way or your way. And when you mix that with the biology of a woman, like all the hormones and the instability and the fact that we have way more thoughts per second than a man, and then our brains rest less, so we're basically Jesus, Daniel, we're more neurotic, and you mix that with the archetype of the mother, it's a very bad recipe for authoritarianism.
Have you heard this idea called the longhouse?
No.
So it's like sort of goes back to like the Native American times, where everyone would live in one house, and it was very matriarchal, and sort of like our entire society, in a sense, is sort of like a longhouse, where like the HR sort of departments, and it kind of takes over, like.
What do you think that is? Where is it coming from?
I think it's cyclical. Everything is cyclical in nature, so like what John says, like the Tao, right? There's the yin and yang, and it goes in periods of cycles.
Well, I put in the chat that the biggest difference between 1995 and 2025 is your cell phone. And your goal should be to capture your cell phone instead of being caught by it. And to me, that's like one of the funnest games, but an exhausting game. However, there are many people that have gotten ahead of their cell phone. And there's many people who are hypnotized by their phone. Other people use their phone to hypnotize millions. But you could be Britney Spears and totally lose it and dance around with knives and get 200,000 likes.
So like this trans shooter, they're like part of like this network called 090, and like they want to radicalize people through the internet through like their hypnosis. Like the this other trans person who shot up a elementary school. I forget his name or her name, whatever. Like they were part of the same sort of organization. It's really interesting. Like, let me post some links. It's really disturbing.
It's a brainwashing thing.
Yeah.
It's like a machine. It's like a cult. I don't know. It's just very weird. The whole trans movement is super weird, especially when you see women wanting to have kids just to prove a point and trying to indoctrinate their kids into these movements. It's super sick.
Well, there's a lot of insane Jew hate on the internet that's claiming that Jews are responsible for all of homosexual behavior and all human history. Like, you see the craziest memes on X now. I wouldn't even want to share them with you because they're so insulting, but I do screenshot them because I think it's important to like have evidence of a lot of this stuff, because people are mixing art with raw hate and bigotry and propaganda. Amir's Room is very cultish with Wednesday, and it has a lot of overlays, but every room on this.
Yes, we can hear you.
Which mic is working?
I don't know, but it just poor Edmund, he was talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just posted a link to the Wikipedia article. So 764 is a decentralized satanic neo-Nazi transnational sextortion network that is reportedly adjacent to the Order of Nine Angles, a satanic terrorist network. It is classified as a terror network by the United States Department of Justice.
Oh my God.
It's an actual thing, yeah.
This is so creepy.
Yeah, no, like, and a lot of like these trans shooters have been part of this network, including like this most recent one. They're nihilistic chaos agents.
Nazi, it's extortion, it's transnational. Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot of adjectives.
So yeah, you can like check out the Wikipedia article. Yeah, it's really like it's a mind virus that's being spread through the internet.
Well,
it was found just like 4 years ago.
Have you ever listened to something so stupid and then, watched it back on YouTube and you're like, I can't believe how stupid that conversation was, and I listened to it. So the thing is, if you hear something, people will listen to just about anything. So it does come down to like spam and censorship and thought control. And, this is where there's criticism and the dumbing down of our society. I mean, go to your average classroom. Everybody's looking at their cell phones. They're all just, we're living with a bunch of slunked over people. You go to the gym, every single machine, people are slunked over looking at their cell phones. So it doesn't have to be in your body to, make you into a zombie.
We are all zombies. Who is this guy, John Sirota, in the chat? He's a Palestinian lover.
biggest cult, Josh. There's no better cult to be in.
I don't know. Oh yeah, you're commenting in the chat.
I was in a room earlier. Go ahead.
Is this who I think it is? I see Daniel has been the bad influence on you, Isa. One day back on Telegram, and there goes the streak. Actually, you're right, because Daniel, I was trying to do 30 days of Clubhouse, and you got me out of it on day.
I'm sorry. How do you know?
I apologize for being so irresistible.
Yeah, what can I do? I didn't know what to do.
Hey, John Kitover, can you please stop harassing me with your multiple friend requests and your multiple accounts?
Why? Is he hurting your feelings?
It's just really annoying that I have to reject them all every day. I don't know why he's so obsessed with me.
It sounds like you have a hard life.
Pretty sure John does that to everybody.
Yeah, you're not special. I have like friend requests from him on Instagram. I don't complain about it.
I mean, either way, I actually searched Pepe Clubhouse. There's a bunch of like videos of Peppa Pig. I'm finding clips that are all from John Kitover.
Yeah, there's a huge Pepe Clubhouse collection that I've built up over the years. You're one of my most widely produced Clubhouse clowns, Pepe. Congratulations.
Amazing.
Yeah. Are you harassing Josh for anything special, John?
No, if I add you a bunch of times, it's just because the algorithm shows me I'm clicking everybody. So don't think you're special. Sorry. I know you're a star and a flower, but you know I do it to everybody. So that's not personal, Josh.
Is it supposed to be better that you're spamming everyone as opposed to just particular people?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it means you're not. It means he's not stalking you.
Yeah.
So you're not a stalker. You're just a nuisance.
Yeah.
It means you don't have a claim.
Yeah, I'm trying to do mass communication here. Some people call it spam. I call it using 60 phones in my office.
Josh, plus you only have 300 followers. Like, I don't think that you get too many requests from people, so you should feel flattered that he's actually paying attention to you.
I mean, you can be a dirty slut like Issa and get lots of male attention.
That's right. Look at my profile. I got 4.4. Oh my god. It has increased while I was away.
So Pepe, you know, Issa asked me earlier about the drama and the doxing and the shit stirring in the pot. I was just wondering, what do you think your role is in terms of shit stirring a pot? Because
he's the shit stirrer.
Yeah, he's a chief shit stirrer, isn't he?
I'm a different type of shit stirrer. I would make like rooms about controversial topics. I use slurs often. I would give unpopular opinions, but that was like my MO. Mine wasn't to like have the petty drama ever back and forth between people. But, you know, not to say I'm above it, because obviously I tried to remain cordial with JB, but he insisted I did something I didn't do. He's like telling people not to go near me, and I don't even make rooms much anymore. And he like, what else did he do? He was calling me names and shit. So I went in his room and I addressed his questions and said, like, dude, I did not dox Roger. I'm not going to dox Roger. Never told anybody his real name. I gave a screenshot that
everybody knows his real name.
Exactly, and everybody knows what the fuck he looks like from season 1. Yeah, well, I'm not going to say it. And
the drama of saying that somebody's real name is doxing is kind of retarded.
My name, you faggot.
No. I did not take your name. This is the name of Jesus in Arabic.
But I just think, you know, so basically he wanted to
throw out these accusations. So I just,
So
first of all, he's somebody who went on trial on Clubhouse so many times. He got called out by, the people that had really big audiences several years ago. I re-aired those clips. He dug out both of his felony conviction that involved, one was pretty awfully horrible. The other one was just like, just a $200,000 embezzlement, not a big deal.
That was not very much embezzlement, really.
It wasn't even really embezzlement. It was just fraud. But he, then I play all the clips of the women, the men that he tried scamming on here. And, he lies about his ancestry. He's not a Jew. He mostly was saying he was Italian. He has zero Italian ancestry.
I'm going to say it again, but I have never heard him claim that he's a Jew.
He did after October 7th. He told me to my face he was a Jew. To be fair, he does have some people in his family background, he's Eastern European, that when I searched, these weren't his relatives, but when I searched people that were named his relatives, the same name, they were Jewish.
A lot of there's a lot of Jewish DNA people. Like I have 4% according to my DNA.
No, I'm not talking about
doesn't
DNA.
make me Jewish.
No, I'm not talking about DNA. I'm talking about, is it possible that he has maybe one side of his family is Jewish? Perhaps. I didn't go digging into that, but he does have one particular surname that seems most of them are Jewish that I came across. So it's possible.
Fellow Jewish people.
So, I was just asking, why you stir a pot of shit? Because don't you get shit on your hands?
Don't you see, John, that people here love to pretend that they hate and that they are unhappy, but everything works out well because they are happy while pretending they aren't. This is how they get their dopamine.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I personally, if you're going to try to and his MO has always been he tries to weasel his way into a platform like Million Man Marathon, Healthy Debates, and then try to get an admin or be allowed to open rooms, and then all of a sudden, I won't get into his real issues, so I don't want to litigate that in here, but he has a lot of issues, but yeah, and he usually ends up fucking them up. But he thought he was going to try to bully people by lying on me. Fine, I will run your ass through the mud. And I did. It was embarrassing for him. He had to do mass reporting. And
this is Clubhouse. Everybody on here has serious issues. This is not news.
I was thinking the same.
Right.
He has much more serious issues.
Anybody on here who doesn't have death roll cluster B diagnostic criteria, immediately noticeable.
Sure. Well, he definitely has those, but I mean, most people do not have an egregious. Yes, but I'm talking about an egregious criminal history like that.
Well, we are.
That's fine.
That's a little bit different.
That's fine, but you don't have most people do not have the egregious felony history that he has.
Yeah, criminal is different. Most of us are pretty good at not getting caught.
Okay, so I'm sorry, but would you con two women and coerce and then you have them sleep over the course of 2 days with 50 to 60 men each and don't give them any of the money?
Yeah, he's trying to do that to me, but
this guy's just a piece of shit.
So he's a pimp.
No, he's not a pimp. He was literally it was fucking fraud.
Well, I mean, if he's having them sleep with people.
This is funny because
that is not pimping. Because
it's not pimping.
Hold on. The concept of what Pepe is describing, I don't know if it's true or not, but the concept that he's describing is more sex trafficking.
Why is it you look at the
kind of this form
type in Pepe Clubhouse. You just gotta type in Pepe Clubhouse. It's not Peppa the Pig. It's Pepe Clubhouse.
This is entirely different.
Hold on, just let me say this. That's a very serious accusation.
Okay,
it's a very serious accusation.
He does not deny that he did that part. When he does deny, and I put a link in the chat, that was when it was on national news. This piece of shit, he ended up doing a plea bargain, so he was not, when it came to the sexual assault charge where he forced a woman to suck his dick, he pled out of that one, but he absolutely admits himself that yes, I did that to those women. I made them sleep with those fucking guys, and basically they were to get no money. He spent it all. It was all his, and the only reason he could pull it off is because he would threaten them.
Oh my God! I'm reading the article. It's for real.
Yeah, I mean, no offense, but when somebody says, "Oh, we all have issues," no, I mean,
in fairness, this is coming from the New York Post, which is
Oh,
not.
Well, dude, but even the New York.
he got convicted and he admits it. That he did it.
It's
They
true.
were not. I mean, they
It's
could
true.
have been.
Well, they also wouldn't be writing it quite so explicitly
Exactly,
if they could
because you
sued
can
to
be
help for
sued.
it.
I'll read this.
Right,
It's good wisdom.
right. Crazy things.
Is this guy JB that so basically he wanted to run his mouth. So what I
Pepe took him to the boxing gym and taught him what it's like to box.
Shut up. So what I did is I was just like, all right, when he opens a room, I'm gonna make a title about him. I'm gonna start airing out his laundry, and then he's somebody who's really sensitive about like, oh, how many people can I get in my room? How many end up getting, more than twice the people in my room? And mainly because people wanted to hear the nasty shit I would say about him and release all of the dirt. So I did it. And he ultimately thought it would be cute. So there's one woman, KK, who her husband was an officer in the Marines and he was killed while serving overseas. She was known on the veteran side of the act. So yeah. All this with her. She's not a phony or anything like that. He decided to say, like, you know what, you're a fucking, you know what, I think you're a fucking fraud. Fuck your husband, suck my dick and I'll give you a yeast infection. Basically shitting on her and her dead husband. And that obviously did not look good. And that's probably why he's no longer an admin of healthy debates. So, I don't know.
What's this you're talking about?
Wait, JB?
No, why would you talk about JB like that?
Yes, he got kicked. He's no longer an admin as of yesterday.
Why?
I'm guessing it's because of what he told KK. He was saying vulgar shit to her, saying like fuck her. He didn't even then trying to say that like, oh, he probably didn't even die serving the country. Just really insulting shit.
I don't believe that.
See, I went.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know him well, but don't put your hands on fire for anyone on Clubhouse here. Like, you would get always surprised.
No, but it's the context. I've been on him with him for 5 years. I'd love to hear the context before on why he was talking and what did she say.
Oh, it's because the reason why is because she didn't even say his name, but there was before he was convicted of that sex trafficking shit that's in the, I guess said, oh, well, I guess I'll trust you and made him a co-trustee for like $200,000. And he was to deposit the check into, this investment account. He ended up instead putting it in his own personal account and then withdrawing the money.
What are you talking about?
JB.
Nah, man.
We have the court records.
This girl is going around talking pure shit about him on the app, trying to dox him. I know she told me.
No. You see the link that Pepe put in the chat right now?
No, I want to hear the recording.
What?
I want to hear the recording.
All right, hold on a sec. I'll get you the recording.
You really have more worse than women selling fruit in the market in Guatemala when they start on a fight with each other.
All right, we don't care.
No, we prefer these honest questions.
Questions. Honest question. Questions. Asking honest questions and the dishonest answer.
Okay. How often do you guys read like the Torah or? The reason why I asked that. The reason why I asked that, I just wanted to know.
From cover to cover, like
What is it, Issa? Did you want to talk?
No, I'm just rolling my eyes at you
Why?
because you're gay. And I would roll my eyes. And I would roll my eyes to JB as well, and I would roll my eyes to all of you.
But I didn't hear him say anything wrong. Did you, Issa?
I don't know. I wasn't even paying attention.
I will say that I think all of this is gay and retarded as fuck. And I'm an expert on homosexuality and retardation.
That's right. I can
That's
attest to
right.
that.
I'm very well acquainted with both.
Yeah, I mean, KK loves the drama as well. I mean, I am no fan of anybody that starts with all this drama. I barely know JB. He's accused me of stuff that is not true, but I don't give a shit. Like, I'm a drama queen sometimes as well. And Brad, he is someone that gets in the middle of stuff white knighting for people. So all of these people, including you, Pepe, and it's what I was saying before, you all pretend to be offended by stuff so that you can get your dopamine hits. You're all,
Oh
it all
my God,
works out
that is
because
so perfectly said.
it all works out because you stir the shit. They love the shit stirring because they are attention whores. So everybody is happy pretending that they are not happy. So it all works out.
Not really. See, and the only thing I cared about, and I'll play this little doozy. Listen.
Anybody's blind. And that's just, but she gets an ass, but she talks so sweet, so nice. Fuck her. And a fake story about a dead husband. Bring me seats. Everybody loves to have me seats on the apps. I want me seats.
I'm trying to find one where he says, "Oh fuck."
That's a bad bet.
I can tell by your voice, Pepper, you're not really that scary.
Okay, what would you say if Mike Tyson called you? If he called you and he said, "What did you say to me?" Well, my name's Mike Tyson. I'm gonna come over here and kick your ass. Okay, and then you saw him in person, you would be shitting bricks. I mean, let's just be honest. So you make fun of my voice.
Fucking Adam's ass.
Baby, why are you sleeping tonight?
Not sleeping. I think it's fucking showing us where you're about the character of the trying to talk about somebody in this room. Or trying to fucking assassinate JB's character.
That would be entirely out of character.
He also paid his debt to society. right now. Slandering his fucking name.
I'm not defending Pepe. Like I'm not defending either of the two. But it sounds like you're defending. Like
Yeah, because I think JB solid. He openly admits what he did. He talks about it. He doesn't hide behind it. People try and dox him all the fucking time.
Why does Ellen DeGeneres look like a different person?
Of course they asked him. I wanted to see if he'd actually do it. And then I heard it, and
Nobody is being doxxed. Like,
Exactly.
he's not posting addresses. He's not creating a situation where this guy's in danger.
those people, including
I never said Pepe was doxing him. Where did you get?
I will just say
you
this.
just talked about dogs.
Pepe.
That was a recorded room, and it was up for replays before he got kicked as an admin. And she said this in a public room, and he didn't want people. If you say something on Clubhouse and don't expect that if you say something bad, it could be recorded and played back to other people. I mean, you're fucking problem talking about me behind my back and falsely accusing me of doxing. So I will definitely talk trash about it. I have zero feelings about it. In fact, I know.
Everybody jumps to him. KK loves it to be the center of attention. I mean, like, all of you are in love with each other. You're addicted to each other. This is the reason why you come day after day here and you stir the shit. And you pretend you're upset while you are enjoying
But Issa, you've known me on here. When it comes to the personal drama where I make rooms about people, that has never been my MO.
come on,
That isn't. What have I known? What is controversial about me? What am I known for? We all know
everything.
No.
Reality lies on the people that feed them and that enable them. Like, listen, I don't care what Pepe does. Like, yeah, well, I hang out with him every once in a while, and he comes with his crazy stuff and whatever, you know. Like, why? If I try to control everyone that is not behaving well,
I try to save my shit talking about him, particularly for rooms I'll make. But I don't think I need to do it.
I don't know. I'm into the stand-up thing and saying, like, stop.
Everyone talk shit about JB, and then JB returns the favor, and then they all do rooms about each other. This is how it works. Are you new to Clubhouse, BB?
No, I've been on here 5 years, but that's my whole point. But can we talk about something else? I want to talk about Pepe's boxing career.
Amazing.
Are you a boxer, Pepe?
He's a tough guy.
Amateur boxing.
Oh, how many people have you knocked out?
None, but he's trying.
Technical knockouts. Knockouts are a lot less rare in amateur boxing.
How many times have you been knocked out?
A few times, but when you say knockout,
It's very rare.
A few times.
It's very rare to knock people out amateur. He hasn't knocked out anybody, but he's been knocked out a few
If you're
times.
talking about TK, if you say it technical, shut up, you faggot! Like goddamn, you act like such a tough guy. You're so obnoxious.
Bro, because I would be able to only smack you, and you would wake up next week asking for a lunch. That's the difference. That's the difference. And I never called you any words, but you had to call me that.
But you're saying here, but you're saying you do this and that.
The heat. Pull up your
whiny
shirt, bro.
bitch.
Get out of the kitchen.
Okay, why did you say you could hurt somebody online? Amazing.
Baby sounds kind of hot.
Wired together.
And you're not the one that's going to do it, so stop talking.
Okay, what makes you the tough guy? What makes you the tough guy?
It's that I don't have to talk about it like you. That's the.
But you did. You literally had. You started.
No, I'm not. You're the one that's mentioning.
You said
you don't know me. I'm a boxer.
No, that's after you said you did shit. That is after you said. That's after you said JB would beat me up, and I would say based on what?
I didn't say that. So JB shows up and high fives you in the head with a fucking chair.
Yes, but then he would be literally put. Yeah, that would not happen.
Bro, you still piss on your balls. Nobody's afraid of you, Pepe. Trust me.
Oh, shut the fuck up. What is your background? Like, how many? I mean, have you even, like, did you train in anything? Like, maybe you were into jujitsu or something. I don't know. I never did any other sport besides boxing.
Like, why would I brag if I did like 15
I don't know. You said you're such a fucking
tough
tough guy. What makes you tough?
or any of that? Like, why would I do any of
You
that?
act like fighting is just it's just all in the heart. Like, it's not a fucking skill. Like, it's not shit.
I can tell by your voice, bro. You need a lot of
What
skill.
by my voice?
Like, you're gonna need a lot of skill to do anything.
Oh, you're such a fucking lying bitch.
I'm not. I'm
You're fucking Mr. Fake Alpha online.
Poking
All of you fake alphas.
Poking you because you want to fucking play recordings of people and this, that, and
Yeah, we're playing recording of that piece of shit. It was in a public room.
Nice. Okay, good. That's
Public room. And he left the replays on. Absolutely.
See, the difference is, Pepe, if I was in a different room and they were talking shit about you, I would stand up for you too. That's what I would do.
Oh, I like the smoke, though. I mean, that's where, you know, I
you know what I mean? But now you called me a faggot and shit. Now,
because you're acting like you would be
Put it like this. Put it like this. If you were on fire, if you were on the street on fire and I had to take a piss so bad, I wouldn't piss on you. I would go to the next house.
Amazing. Amazing.
I mean, technically, you are in a training, so you are kind of a faggot, baby.
Oh, this guy. So this guy did an epic fail. You guys want to hear this? He says, so this guy tried to dox me. He tried to fucking ruin my.
I didn't dox you.
Ewan did. He tried to. So
I didn't try to dox you.
He was so desperate that he.
You got really upset.
My name Prince.
That you are in a training.
He tried to play a video, right? So they had Amir's room where everybody hates me. The whole room said, that's absolutely not BB. So then Ewan shows up 2 hours later and they smoke the shit out of him and they drag him across the floor. He goes, oh, you guys don't know the half of it about BB. Wait till you hear this recording we have. They're like, you idiot, we already heard it. It's not him. The more opened up 60 rooms above me, he opened up one and then catastrophically failed. Because,
I got busy.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You
This is like secondary to my life.
I know. This is what happened was, this is what happened. So the moron, he started getting upset, right? So he went into a room, and Resistance goes to him, yo, bro, you said you sucked off your coworker. He goes, oh, so what? I gave my coworker a blowjob. That was 19 years ago. He's like, right? So he goes, but I'm married now.
For a long time, but he's not.
I know, it's fucking crazy. So this guy, he gives these people ammo, and he goes, I'm proud of sucking a dick, but I'm not gay, and I'm married now.
I didn't say I was proud of it.
And the worst part is he told people he swallowed. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And then now he's trying to assassinate my character by trying to lie about a fucking reporter that doesn't even exist. He's a liar. This guy's
He's honest.
You're not hiding, bro. That's the problem. Play it. I guarantee you, I've been in enough rooms.
I never played it on the set, by the way.
Play it, you fuck. You just said it. You got it. You're gonna do that. You're gonna
we're sending it in the back channel.
So he's all upset because I told him who he works with. I told him his address. I told him his phone number, his email. Now he's like, no, I'm not doxing you.
Dude, BB, as soon as you came on the stage, you started fighting with everybody.
But I didn't tell anybody. I told him. You want to play?
Let's play. Dox me? Even though I
told you because I'm the real man.
The video hasn't even. It's on the app. It's you talking to a trainee on the app saying that you lost.
So there you go again. You're a liar, BDs. You're a pathological liar. It's not me. But the problem is you're such a fucking loser. You're still trying to grab onto a sinking vessel. That ship sailed. Everybody
I'm just
said.
wondering if all of you get off by coming on the internet and start yelling on a phone. I mean, like, is this like how you?
I'd rather meet him for lunch and shake his hand. That way I can smack him in the fucking face.
See, dude, why do you do this tough guy bullshit?
That's not because I am, motherfucker. I don't brag like you. That's the difference.
What do you brag? I don't brag. I don't threaten to beat up people.
All fucking day, I'm a boxer. I'm an amateur boxer. I haven't knocked anybody up. I've been knocked out 3 times. Shut the fuck up. You're a clown.
A technical knockout, yeah. And I've been technically knocked out too. It's
no fucking kidding. I can tell. There's a lack of honesty going to that video. Bro, you are a clown, Ewan. Nobody likes you. You're a fucking fool. And you keep bringing up a sinking ship. It wasn't me on the video, but for some reason you want to believe it. It's probably because you like that gay shit.
Daniel, you need to introduce me to your friends. The non.
Yeah, Juan. The Middle East doesn't need that cringe white gay energy. Keep it to yourself.
Jen in the room.
Is this the gaming bill?
Yeah. No. This is the Palestinian Mikhail.
So yes.
Oh. Is he gay? Why? Since when?
Maybe I'm mistaking him for a different one.
You're in the Matrix, John.
It could be a different one. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Baby, were you born in the U.S. or in Israel?
Please don't swear.
Really?
Yeah. And I've never sucked a dick, so I'm not like you, and I got 10 kids. But, you know.
You've just been training, Stevie. And baby said after me, fuck the Ashkenaz.
This guy's a fucking clown, bro. Are you that fucking retarded? Like, you got dropped on your fucking head as a child? You played the tape in like 4 rooms. You tried to team up with Prince to try and do this. And everybody kind of dropped the details. Proud of it.
How am I the most anti-Semitic person on this app? If anything, the people that...
Prince, you fucking moron! Unless your name's Prince.
Well,
the world doesn't revolve around you, Pepe, because you did 4 fucking boxing classes.
So you had
with the training, just saying.
Well, I know, but Prince was in that same room, and so...
Well, it was you and teamed up with Prince, because he's like, listen, bro, I really want to fuck over BB. Can we manufacture a tape where BB fucked a tranny, because I feel upset that I sucked at like, this is you and Bob. No, I'm you and thinking.
Wait. Can you guys wait for 1 second? What is I want to hear what's the conspiracy here against Bibi. What is that you were trying to do, Ewan?
So you were pissed off because I called him the F word.
What is your claim, Ewan? I'm just curious.
Oh, no, it was actually so, okay, you want to be like, got really offended. Yeah, well, I mean, basically, yeah.
Yeah, can I tell you, without everybody interrupt, I'll tell you the whole story. Because it's
you're gonna lie. You're gonna lie.
No, I won't lie. I'll even be calm.
He's gonna tell you the chill,
Hold on. You already said about the Chinese stuff, but I just want to hear it from you on like his version.
Yeah, but it's before this tranny shit. So I'll tell you what
happened. Can't let you hear it, Issa. That's hilarious.
Why are you going after Baby? What did he do to you?
You're a homo. So he got really offended that I sucked a dick when I was like 19 years old, right? Everybody knows that's
fucking dick. Holy fuck, this guy's such a weirdo, bro. Holy baby. You should have lied about that shit.
Do you expect for the men in this app to congratulate you?
No, I'm not around guys there.
You do, but I mean, don't expect men to be congratulated.
I expect he, that's fine.
Okay, can you
let me finish my story.
Okay, I want to finish because I'm going to tell you how deep it got. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I know you. You put 4 inches of it in your mouth and you swallowed it. Go ahead.
Wow. So what happened was that he got really offended that I sucked a dick when I was 19 years old. And then
did he want me to congratulate him?
No, listen, the word is not offended. He cannot get offended by that. He
got really upset about it. Yeah, he was like yelling at me and shit. No, he was just yelling at me. And then
I'll tell you why.
I just started yelling back, can I finish? Let me finish.
Wait, who are you listening to?
19 years ago, you said you swallowed it. You want to finish again?
Yeah. So then I haven't talked to Prince in like for fucking ever. I got reached out by a bunch of people and pinged into a ring.
He's asking you what's the reason. She doesn't want to know how you came about doing it, you moron.
To BB to you for you to be pick with.
No. And he's like, dude, do I have a video for you? And then he showed me like he sent me 2 videos of talking to a tranny saying that he loved this tranny, and they were like sex talking together. And I sent it to you.
Can I see a video?
I sent it to you. It's done.
Perfect. Oh yeah, Prince is here too. So we can hear this now. Play it. You know how I talk. Everybody knows how I talk. Play it, Prince.
There's 3 videos actually.
You're a fucking mutt.
Hi.
Play it, you fucking mutt.
Hold on. It's been a long time since I heard your voice, AJ.
Hi.
What brings you to here? Are you going to be with me?
He thinks that Prince is taking all the
Jesus Christ.
Charlie Campbell, the Secretary of War Human Rights in Telegram. I was up
John, like directing him to raise 3 regiments of infantry to be sent to assist in suppressing the Southern Confederacy. Governor Alexis is well known to you, but perhaps not his word. While Washington stated, you have chosen to inaugurate civil war. Having done so, we will meet you in a spirit as determined as the Lincoln administration has exhibited towards the South.
Just play it, bro. We don't need the dramatics. Just play it. Play it and let everybody do it. I know it's not.
Hold on. In all honesty, you also have those photos.
You're no liar, Prince, but play it, man. Play it. Play it, Prince. Play it. I'm even gonna shut up. I'm so confident. I want to hear it.
This is annoying.
I can't because I'm just a woman, but let's all try to be muted because Prince is going to show the proof. Just show the proof, Prince.
Hold on.
Expose, Prince.
Play the recording, you
Just
fucking
Bibi,
chump.
stop yelling, Bibi.
I will if you shut up, sir. Don't get so triggered. Calm down. Drink some soy milk with chocolate. Powder. Okay, so I have trusted sources who send me clips of Bibi on a phone call being live streamed into a clubhouse room. The phone call is between Bibi and Connie, the tranny from Canada. The Jew tranny from Canada. We all know Connie's voice. We all know Bibi's voice. And guess what? Not only that, but Shuki was in that room, and Shuki dragged this shit.
Do that. You're a liar. Play the fucking recording, goof. Play the fucking recording. You're a liar.
Wait, Ewan, where did you send me? Where did you send me the video, Ewan?
Oh, on Telegram.
No, I see it.
Want to hear the record?
But I haven't done one.
Oh, okay.
What's the matter, Prince? You can't play it?
I will play the video. Okay.
Play it. You fucking liar. Play it.
Sorry, 1 second. Just
Hold your head in shame.
BB. Every good show needs an introduction.
It doesn't need an introduction. If you got real good ammo, you just need to play it.
Okay. Thank you very much. There are procedures even in wars, but you guys don't know that. Here's what happened, right? In the phone call, I kid you not, Connie goes, "We already had sex without condom. I love you. Don't leave me."
What the fuck?
Bro, it's obvious. I played the recording to multiple.
Play it, and they've already told you it wasn't me, but you can't. That's the problem. Play it. Play it, you fucking 4 or 5 foot fucking retard. Play it.
I went into Shuki's room.
What is he improvising?
Yeah, I know. He wants to build up because he knows he.
Let's do this. Ewan, are you there? Wait.
If that's what you do. Yeah, I'm here.
Is anybody going to play anything?
Wait 1 second, Lisa.
No, that's the whole point.
Okay, hold on.
All right, whoever's watching this YouTube live, I'm gonna restart the live. So click back on my profile, and I'm gonna start it.
Oh yeah, I heard. Well, it was basically like it was like sex talking with the train. It was BB sex talking with the train.
You fucking disgusting.
So play it. So play it. Issa, you got the video? Play it.
On a liar?
Well, I couldn't hear it. Somebody sent me a screen. It's
What I will say is, but you did say that it was AI.
You only suck one dick when you swallow it.
I'm going to.
5 seconds.
What did I walk into? Wow.
Yaakov, mute up, dude. Don't get involved. Just mute up.
Shut the fuck up, Prince. Play the fucking video.
So everybody mute up. I'm going to play the 2 videos.
Just.
Nobody, nothing.
I can get your shit together. I'm done with this shit because you keep treating me with disrespect. I don't want to fuck you. Look, you have a good dick and shit, but it's not worth it if you be out there trying to poke it in any other fucking bitch. Like literally, your fucking Snapchat stories show you fucking using a vibrator on 2 bitches. You didn't even know it.
I don't know why you sent that video.
Because why the fuck do I want to have a fucking baby with a man that has his fucking public stories on Snapchat using a vibrator on 2 bitches? Like, are you dumb?
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, what the fuck?
Alright, well, like, you know what? I didn't know that before.
Well, I get custody of your daughter because we'll have a better family environment. But I'm gonna need you to grow the fuck up and get your motherfucking shit together. Yeah, because I told you I can be your lawyer, but I need you to fucking get your shit together. I'm done with this shit because you keep treating me with disrespect. I don't want to fuck you. Look, you about all these fucking girls that are trying to chase your dick and shit like that. Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, if I don't feel like the only one that matters, then why do I want to do this? Like, hello? I can go fuck my neighbor if I feel like, dude, it's not worth the baggage. It's not worth the motherfucking drama.
All right. So did you know he was a tranny?
What are you talking about? You know my voice. That sounds like me. Hold on, Prince. No, Shoyce.
How dare you?
You can hear the guy has an accent and he rolls at the end of his sentences.
It's a maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, it can be you, but it can't be you. I don't know.
There's two other videos that
I didn't
You
get the voices.
I don't know. Does that sound like
you're
very familiar with
Facts. No,
it
playback.
was in your mouth before.
No, playback.
Everybody say goodbye to Tyrone.
Fuck you.
Bye,
You deserve that.
Tyrone.
Goodbye.
So I didn't get a clear BB voice, but I can understand that people think that
The guy has a deep voice. You can tell the accent's not my accent.
The trans person mentions Canada and specifically Toronto, right?
Yeah, ask him. Do you know the other voice was a trans person?
Yes.
Hold up. You, Bibi, do you know Connie? Answer that question. Do you know Connie?
Everybody in this room knows Connie.
Yes.
But not
I don't even know Connie. I don't know who Connie is.
You haven't been on the app. You're a
What's
fucking
her?
idiot.
She went by a different name, right?
Yeah, it's Sonu, bro.
Yeah.
I just have one thing to say very quickly. Hold on very quickly. These videos that were sent to me are cropped. I never get to see at any point the profile of Bibi.
No,
it's
a phone
just
call.
cropped
No,
and
it's
you.
a phone call.
No, it's a phone call.
It's not a phone call. It is a clubhouse. It is a clubhouse.
It's not.
Did you not just say that Tricky came in?
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, no, they keep going on with their lives. It's funny.
Hold on.
Shoki, this, that. Look at this guy. Look at this guy trying so hard. He's like, Isa, believe me.
5 seconds.
The video's supposed to do more. Isa.
Hold on. Oh my god, I cannot yell, dude.
1 second.
It's not a phone call, Prince, because
It is.
hold on, let me just explain why. I can see the profile pictures, but not only that, I can see the gray ring around the profile photo of this tranny. When she's talking, it blinks. So
Yeah, because she's the one streaming. She's the one streaming, bro. Okay, ask Tricky.
okay, so she's streaming into
She's the phone call with him.
She's probably talking to somebody and she's playing it on Clubhouse.
Hold on a second.
So,
okay, so it's a
no, play the other videos, Isa. Play the other video.
We're gonna play the other video.
We're gonna get to the bottom of it, Bibi.
I want to say, McKay, hold on. One thing before we do that. Everybody in this room fucking knows Connie. That's true, what Bibi just said. But only one person put his dick in Connie's ass.
And that's you. And that's you.
Disgusting.
And that's you.
Prince.
But I mean, Iwan's testimony does hold a lot of weight because Iwan actually had Bibi and had Bibi's dick in his mouth. So I'm just saying.
What are you talking about?
Is this at the evil tranny's room?
Here we go.
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
I'm gonna play the third video.
Wow. Play them, and I want everybody to hear this shit. Don't worry.
What are you gonna do about it? Is it a guy? Oh, like I'm gonna reject a woman. Come on. I mean, it is Canada. Fuck you. I miss you, but I really need you to get here. Do you love me? Yeah, I love you. I love you right now. Well, then why do you treat me like shit?
Somebody else.
Why do you need to go to
That's not Bibi's accent.
Yeah, that's
And the
somebody
best
else.
part is, Isa, stop the recording right now. Hold on, watch.
Yeah, there.
100% not
I'm
it.
gonna repeat that. Hold on. I love you. That's not you.
You want somebody else.
Hold on.
Maybe Bibi is just drunk.
Hold on. Shut up. Listen to this. I love you again. He doesn't speak like that.
I miss you.
Yeah, you have another dick in your mouth.
Isa, have you heard yourself when you?
Well, then why do you treat me like shit? I need to go to bed. I need you to wrap this up.
Yeah, wrap it up, Bibi. Always wrap it up.
So this guy Prince, not only does he lie about this, he even says that I child molested Nikki when she was a kid. That's another lie he's trying to spread on this app. I don't know. Nikki's here. Nikki's here. He said Nikki told her this. And he told everyone.
You're disgusting, Prince. You're a disgusting,
When
vile.
did I say that?
Like,
What are you talking about?
Oh, no. Where's the limit? Where's the limit?
I don't know. These people don't have a limit.
Where's the red lines, BB?
What are you talking about? He just said it yesterday. He said it yesterday in a room full of people. He said it last month. He said it 2 months. I don't record shit like you, bro. I'm not a loser like you.
I don't.
You're an actual loser. You're an actual loser. And people in this room actually.
Why are you mad? Because I exposed you?
You fucking.
there's no exposing. You're a liar. There's no exposing. All you guys know how to do. No, all you know how to do. Each and every fucking one of you disgusting wastes of life. All you know how to do is fuck with people.
We're trying
You're
to protect you,
disgusting.
Nikki.
You're disgusting. Each and every one of you. Hell, it's too good of a place for you fucking
This
room is a source of oxytocin.
You need help. Hashtag with your fist.
No, but what happened? What happened? I thought that was me in the video. You failed again. Yet again. You fucking losers.
Okay, here's the thing.
I mean,
Yet again.
sounds like you, BB.
There's no fucking way.
It doesn't experience with you, BB.
Yeah, but nobody cares about your fucking boom.
Let's make a cut.
Hey, I don't make this personal with you ever. Do not ever say
I don't
personal
care.
things
I
to
don't
me.
care.
Baby, can you don't you love me?
What do you want me to say? I love you?
Everyone has an opinion.
These guys are trying so hard.
Maybe we're not.
The guy has an accent.
I agree.
McNeil, you already fucked up.
I have two things to say. I have two things to say. Two things. Number one.
Nobody cares. You're a liar.
Hold on, BB.
You're a
Hold on, BB.
pathological. You got
Okay, I'm lying. Let the people hear my lie. Let the people decide for themselves if I'm lying. Yaakov, stop involving yourself. Shut the fuck up, dude. BB, if I'm lying, let the people expose me. Let them hear my lies, and they will decide for themselves. Two things. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, every single motherfucker in this room has been drunk. Every single one of you has changed their accent. Have you fucking heard Lisa when she was drunk on Clubhouse? It's like a fucking alien. Let's not fucking shit ourselves.
You're not
That's number one. Number two, if Nikki was molested.
What are you guys sick in your fucking head? That's the problem. You know you're gonna pay a price for this, right? Like for your shit, like the karma that's gonna smack you in the face, you short little fucking midget. By you going around spreading rumors and lies, you're just a toxic, hateful fuck.
I think you should wave at Nikki. I think you should wave at Nikki and have a conversation. Have an honest conversation. That's what I think you should.
What for? Okay. No, hold on. Didn't you guys just catch that lie though? Hold on. He said, when did I ever say that? And then
I
talking about it that he said, you're a fucking liar.
No.
You just did again?
That's not true.
You're a
I did
miserable.
not lie. I did not lie.
It's okay.
You said,
You win. I'm gonna. Don't worry. I have surprises for you guys when I open up rooms. Because I got actual shit about you. I actually have shit about you. That photo of you in the shower, sending it back.
baby.
The problem is, I was good time to expose you. Fucking dirtbag.
That wasn't even true. That's not where that came from.
Okay.
Stop crying like a little bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Here's the thing. Wait. Hold on. Hold on, Ray. Stop involving yourself. You guys don't even know what we're talking about. I did not lie that I never said that. What I said was, according to what you said.
Did he not lie? He said he never said that. He said he never said that. Now he just said I said he never said that.
Hold on. Lisa, you can give fire as much as you want. You're not giving me the space. You're not giving me the space to respond, and you're not giving me mods, but you want to be fair and
That's the problem. You fucking liar.
Another.
I'm gonna give you the space to mute the fuck up. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's not my fault. It's
because
if you got
everything that comes out of
molested.
your vile fucking mouth is a lie. That's all that comes out of your mouth is a fucking lie.
Everybody say goodbye to this faggot.
Goodbye,
Lisa.
Hello.
Zion is a pedophile supporter.
Who is this? Is this resistance?
This is Enrique responsible.
I thought the same thing. You
Oh,
said
Everything is
well, I
gonna be.
This is Joshua ready to destroy you, cocksucker.
These men have got more estrogen than I do in regulation days.
Freaky cantaloupe going down here.
This is a found
with a lot of fascinating
You're gonna get neutered. They're gonna chop your balls and make you into a transgender.
It is a fascinating room. After 28 days of Clubhouse, this is a very nice welcome.
fascinating people, fascinating room.
Same shit, different day.
It's a high IQ room.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting how you have brown people supporting me as a room. That's
Who was that?
With BB,
Who is that?
we have Daniel, we have Pate, we have Isa, and we have Iwan. It seems like we have a lot of confirmed dick suckers in here. Like, I'm just saying.
Dude, what are you talking about? I've literally been like staying out of your guys' fight.
Yeah, you've been.
Is there a correlation between being a Zionist and like a dick sucker? Is that someone ever studied?
I'm a Zionist.
Do we have
Is there a correlation between being a
I'm a
Congressman and
Zionist.
a
I don't see.
fucker?
I'm a Zionist
I
anti-Semite.
mean, Daniel, you're a confirmed dick sucker, so like that's not you're
Yeah, I
part
know,
of the bell
Ricky.
curve.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I was on a phone call. So how did Ewan's attempt again to try to assassinate my character? How did it go? So why do you guys honestly judge?
Is dick
So you-
sucking an assassination of character,
You're a
BB?
drama queen.
I'm a drama queen.
You love it. Yeah.
I can't stand it that I'm around retards. So if everybody can meet up, I'll tell you how this all started. Because Ewan has the height of like the IQ of a fucking snail. So I said, listen, Ewan, stop attacking Muslims in my room. Because you don't know how to defend it properly. In my room, and he kept arguing. I think you're making a big mistake, baby. Like stupid shit, like this guy, right? So then he goes to another room. Shut the fuck up, this actually did happen in our room. There's people here that heard it. So I said, stop talking about it. I don't want you to keep attacking the Muslim religion. You're dumb. You don't know how to fucking defend it. If you did, it'd be a different story. But you have the IQ of a fucking snail. So then he goes into another room. And resistance is a fucking
Just
vicious
for
animal.
reference, what is the IQ?
Another room.
So hold on. So resistance is a vicious animal on this app. And he actually, what he did was that day, he came in so calm. And Ewan starts attacking his religion. He said, child sex marriages, like rapes, grooming gangs, and so on. So then resistance goes calmly, and I was like, wow, out of a movie. He goes, hey, you follow your book, and you're worried about, you're questioning how I follow my book? But I was in a room, Ewan, where you said you sucked your coworker off and swallowed it. And Ewan goes, yes, I did, and I'm proud of it.
This is bullshit.
And I'm not gay. So I said, holy fuck, you sick fuck. Not only do you not know how to rebuttal, but you gave a guy with an empty gun bullets.
That's also what BB said, by the way.
So this guy's a pathological liar.
I mean, the way resistance started is like you have no moral stand.
None. You're making fun of his religion. So then I attacked him. I'm like, this guy is dumber than dumb. Then, because he wants to attack the religion, doesn't know how to defend it, and then he openly admits he sucked the dick
BB,
and swallowed it, and then claims that he's proud of it.
I mean, you say like there's nothing wrong with it. Ask Daniel.
I don't compare Ewan to Daniel. Daniel's married. That's his lifestyle. Ewan goes, listen, I decided being gay wasn't for me after I sucked it and swallowed it. Who says that shit? You're supposed to know that before you suck it, you fucking loser. You're not supposed to go around and say, listen, I want to find out if I'm gay. Let me suck a couple of cocks. It doesn't work like that.
I guess you changed your mind after that.
No, it doesn't work like that, bro.
Hey, all of you faggot ass bonds are a bunch of cocksuckers.
It's pretty getting in here right now, sorry, bro.
Yeah, I think that was directed towards you, when he was talking about a cocksucker.
I mean, you actually
Your life, you said.
Well, okay, so most of the discussions that I've had.
And the idiot teams up with a raging anti-Semite to attack a Jew because he's such a low-life fucking loser on this app.
No, do you know what?
You're a low-life. You're a low-life. You're the worst type of Jew. That's the problem. I'm a proud Jew. You're a worthless Jew. That's the difference.
No, you're kind of a scumbag.
You don't know how to fucking rebuttal. You don't know how to argue with people. So his rebuttal was, there's grooming gangs, and there's over like 20, 30 rapes every day. And somebody goes, give us receipts. He goes, what do you mean? It's everywhere. They go, prove it. He goes, everybody knows. That's not proving it. That means you're a fucking idiot. Because if you actually could fucking prove it and show stats, it would have been great. You don't know how to rebuttal. You make up a stupid fucking lie.
I think you have a point. You realize that you've been debating, yelling at each other for 1 hour because you are measuring who sucks more dick of the two of you.
I know.
The difference is I don't suck dick.
I mean, so I mean, for me, the way that I look at it is,
I don't need to test it to see if it's for me. You fucking weirdo.
No. What I'm saying though is that I'm pretty calm right now. Relax, dude. I'm trying to.
It has nothing to do with being homophobic. So you're missing that's the whole problem. You guys are all missing the context.
What are you talking about?
You're attacking a Muslim on the app. You don't tell them. If you're gay, you're gay, right? That's nothing you can do about that, right? That's just who you are. God bless you. You don't tell people, I just tried to suck a dick. I swallowed it. I'm proud of it, but I'm not gay no more. I'm married and I have kids. And he's fighting with this.
That makes you bisexual.
Daniel, do you think that? Daniel, if you fall in love with me and you leave your husband, do you stop being gay?
Oh, he's still gay. He's bisexual. Then.
That's my whole fucking point. And he got extremely offended when I told him that. And he said, no, I'm not. And he started getting angry because he made a room and he said, so what? I sucked it 19 years ago. And he couldn't stop saying it. I'm like, yo, bro, you should have lied about that fucking
You're 40s. Look at the hanging out with trannies.
Hold on, let Daniel talk. I'm tired.
I was 19 at the time.
No, just ask, what if it's just the tip?
No, I think it was, but he swallowed it too.
It doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's like, baby, this is the thing. You're the one that's screaming right now. I'm like,
because I'm ashamed of how stupid you are. I'm embarrassed that you call yourself a Jew. You tag up team with the fucking raging anti-Semite. What do you mean? You said I'm not a Jew.
No, I'm Jewish, but like, I'm not like.
Jewish? Since when?
Oh, it's okay.
What are you talking about,
Now I want to hear it.
Since when?
Since I was a child. My mom's Jewish.
Why is this the first time I hear about this?
I don't know. Because we weren't talking about.
It's not Jewish.
Yeah, well, because I don't really follow it. I'm not religiously Jewish. I'm just ethnically Jewish. Like, I don't really follow it at all.
They're pulling your Jew card. It seems like people are pulling it out now. You can't pull that.
I'm 4% Jewish. Do I get to say I'm Jewish?
Pending further approval.
According to my DNA, I have 4% Jewishness in me. Do I claim to be Jewish?
Mazel tov.
I'm 14.
It's not like we have a central database. It's not like we have a central database and can pull people's Jew cards.
Yeah,
exactly.
Jewish Jew card with 4%.
4% Jewish in you is just a tip.
Daniel just getting started.
Yeah, it is just triple X time for us. It's 3:40 a.m.
Alright, yes, I'm going to.
Is this the one night?
Daniel, please point out to Ash that yesterday you confirmed that faggot is not that's not an offensive term to gay people.
What?
Yeah, I don't know to gay people. To me, it's not an offense.
To you, yeah.
Which one?
That sounds right.
All I learned today is that so the two Jew boys are fighting over which one's a gay or Jew.
And obviously you weren't listening.
I would let the boys fight. Everybody knows.
Maybe get angry. I'm chill. I'm laughing.
Of course you're chill. You're the guy that says you sucked the dick once.
And here I was thinking you guys weren't friends because when you go into
I never ever liked this guy ever once. I told him to get the fuck out of my room and he got all fucking pissy about it.
When you go into your profile, I can see that you
It's what happened, you. You're a pathological liar.
So what?
No. If you go into Ewan's Bibi, if you go into Ewan's profile, it says that he's been recently chatting with you, and so I was assuming you guys are friends.
Yeah, that's true. On my profile right now, it looks like we're besties, BB.
We're not besties. You
I
fucking
think we
loser.
both block each other. So
I'm gonna block him.
I'm ready, so.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe this guy's still trying to press that line? That's how sick you are.
Listen to the video.
I just want to go a bit outside here. Bibi, why does it bother you so much that Ewan has sucked a dick with his own mouth?
It's not about that. I don't give a fuck that he sucks dick. It's that he wants to argue with these people and then he puts other Jews in danger because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about
I get it.
or how to do it. He's bringing Ewan,
He's
shut the
just
fuck up.
reading your arguments because.
So no, what he's doing is he's hurting Jews because he goes on and he wants to attack people.
It's just not happening.
No, he's hurting Jews on the app because he's giving these uneducated.
Let me make the point. Let me make the point though, is that mostly what I've been trying to talk about is
sex grooming gangs and bad Muslims and
it's a huge crap.
But he doesn't know how to rebuttal it. That's the
Dude, there's literally a national investigation going on in the UK about this now because the government was forced to do it. There's hundreds of
we just
thousands of
opened up a platform for
victims
this guy to do this shit now.
But that's what's happening. That's like literally on the front of newspapers, BB. So you might not know about it. You might be uneducated about it. But in reality, there's some major issues
I only start
going on
fights
where I
at the
live.
finish. You start fights and you're like,
You're a fucking idiot.
You want to tie people in because that's the problem. So you start that argument in my room. And I told you don't bring that shit up in my room because you're not going to be able to handle it.
Issues going on in where I live in the UK. I think that's fucking ridiculous. American in the UK.
And you guys don't know how to
The king for the
Brazilians are a type of American.
Exactly. But they don't want to hear it.
America.
Faggot.
On the count of what? 1, 2, 3.
No, but we can form the word faggot here. So if I put up an F and Daniel an A and Pepe a G and Bibi a G and Simon an O and you a T, we can form a word. Let's go. Would I give you with the letter I said?
Alphabetical order.
Like this. Pepe.
I was on the phone. Sorry. Hold on.
G. Come on, baby. Another G.
You win. Oh, you wanted to spell it out? I was just going to give you the answer.
Oh, come on.
Baby.
What am I?
Give me a G.
Almost. Give me my G, BB.
Start over. Now everyone has to start over.
Isa, give me a T.
Oh. Okay.
There's too many G's.
There's too many Isas in this room.
Yeah.
Is that the Jesus Isa in
You can have it. Yeah.
Oh, and Simon is the O in faggot.
Come on, Simon and Pepe. Come on, you're not holding up your.
Oh shit!
And
I just did it.
now we can spell finger nugget.
Oh my god. There we go.
Saying so much.
Everybody's letters are expiring.
Oh, finger nugget.
Crazy.
Simon is sleeping. What the hell is going on with him? I'm gonna throw him to the audience.
Miguel, do you guys have the notion of Lashon Hara?
Of what?
Lashon Hara, evil tongue, you know, like gossiping and.
This was fun.
Yeah.
It's like one of the worst things
He's saying.
It was a terrible room. But it was fun.
Yeah.
Backbiting or.
No, evil tongue. Like it's bad speech. Gossiping.
Yeah, gossip.
You have the same thing in your religion?
Yeah. Bro, actually came over. So this has been going on for many years, you know what I mean? And that caused me to dive into it. And I learned a lot. So, you know, I'm very grateful for him here. And especially, you know, and everybody else that comes in here because they guys, you know, should like us. And I learned a lot. And another thing, so you can hear me? Yeah. Now, one thing I will say, right? I did admit that I don't know too much about the Hebrew Israelites, but I do have to agree with them on one thing. There is one person, a group of people that have caused a lot of chaos in the world, and they all do have one thing in common, and that's the continent of Europe. And I'm gonna leave that alone. I think there's, you know, there's a lot of different parts of the world where people have been, you know, doing things that are. At the end of the day, man, I just feel like this is extreme what's going on. So, but you sharing and, you know, speaking up and just that's great insight for everybody. Yes, sir. And that's why it's important for the tribal Shabazz to come back to Israel, man, to